uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss. Now you counting stars. Should've practiced more. Should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
one-on-one, just say to them, ask them, do you buy the pay-per-view, or are you illegally getting it? Are you stealing it? Oh man, motherfucker, I steal it. I said, well, there you go.
Once again, you're tuned in to World Combat Sports, man. Salute to everyone that's in the building. You know what it is. It's Friday evening, 9 o'clock on the hour. A big salute to everyone who support the channel. One love to you. Continue to tell someone, share the content or whatever. Hey, listen. I said I was going to be cool about it. But, when people be up here talking behind your back and, feeling some type of way behind the scenes, it's best to just speak on it, in the most polite way possible. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much express it without it being totally obscene with it. Minimize the vulgarity and just articulate where they went wrong at with this online stuff. The more y'all cats sit up here and respond to what I'm talking about, let me know you actually listen to the entire freaking live. I'm not gonna put all that time and effort in the thumbnails and all that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, because it's just not reciprocated on the higher level. There's just no need for it. So basically the voice, the tongue is a sword to life and death. You know what I'm saying? Let your voice be heard and people will respond. That's just how it works. So getting back to the biggest topic at hand, especially on this weekend, 4th of July weekend. This is the 1st of July. Once again, big shout out to Silence King, first in the building, man. Big shout out to you. Appreciate you pulling up and supporting the channel. And everybody else, when you come in to the building, do me a big favor. Hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. That's all I ask you to do. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. It's that easy. So as you all know, right? The word has broke. People feel some type of way. Champ Ross on deck. What's good? News is broke back in the day where people are up here passing word that this fight was official. It was signed, and they just trying to figure out where to point the finger next with Terence Crawford. They was pretty much saying that Terence Crawford was asking for more money on the back end and all that. And, when it comes down to it, it's very much contradicting, because if he was just talking about what they was going to do on the back end or whatever the case may be, then 55-45 wouldn't too much matter. You know what I'm saying? If he signed on for 55-45 and you say the fight was done, then which one is it? Does he want more money on the pay-per-view side? Or is it still that he's negotiating what he's going to get guaranteed money? Guaranteed money. You know what I'm saying? What is the 55-45 split? What is that pertaining to? The pay-per-view, or what are we talking about? Because it seems to be out of order. Like if you report 55-45, but yet he's still trying to see what he wants on the back end. If I'm against a man with Terence Crawford, he wants his money up front. He wants the guarantee money because that's what's solid, that's what's guaranteed, and you know you're gonna get it. That's what T Bud wants. He wants the guarantee money. He wants the guarantee money, bro. So let's take a peek at the madness. You know, the individuals that feel a bit navish as to Terence Crawford negotiating his worth. Now, for hardcore boxing fans, right? You say this sport is tough. You say the sport is tough. It's a world beater sport, right? Fighters up here, they sound different, they speak different. Some fighters end up in wheelchairs. Some fighters lose their life. That's what you're telling me. You don't have to repeat that shit to WCS about how I'm analyzing a sport, a full contact sport such as this, and it's considered an alias to be hurt business. The hurt business. I think a lot of you cats out there forget about you're covering and you support the hurt business. Hurt. H-U-R-T. It may have 4 letters, but goddamn it, it's different than love. It is different than love. You know what I'm saying? These 4-letter words, they have significant prominence when it comes to our daily lives. Love, hate, hurt, pain. You know what I'm saying? These 4-letter words are detrimental, but yet they can be so healthy. If these fighters in the hurt business, you explain to me why it's not imperative that they sit up here and negotiate their worth. Explain this shit to me. I'm going to get to the damn live chat. Respect the wrench. No doubt. Leon Deck, what's good? Trap Media, what's good with you? When we get the announcement, see, you working. See, you asking the right questions. Hey, Greg, you asking the right question. I can't sit up here and fade you for that and say, you know what? Why are you asking me? God damn it! Why don't you ask them? I'm curious to know when they're gonna ask the question too. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Wipe their nose in line again. Source up. Hey, source up, man. I like that. I like that hashtag. Source up for real, because they feel like they can say that they have these sources behind the scene. And they are out of entire combat sports and boxing, right? People are telling them, they dropping the news right here on YouTube. I don't believe it. I don't believe none of that shit. I don't believe none of that shit when it comes to the magnitude of this fight. The appraisal that's been placed on this fight over the years, it has increased the value. And when you're talking about, well, you know, they telling me. Okay, look, if those individuals are telling me, because I have some people that tell me things too, but they will always let me know that don't leak that. This just what's going on behind the scenes, nothing official. When they tell me it's nothing official, but it's around the area, I take it as such. That's it. I don't go up here and hurry up and drop a title and a thumbnail and become a question mark poser just to separate myself from when it don't happen, bro. I be on deck. What's good? I'm good, bro. This put big question on PBC if they can't get this fight done. Man, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that, champ, because that's the whole entire preface. Timothy Smith pretty much put it out there, and we have hear mute and we have see blind. We have hear mute and see blind individuals. Timothy Smith put this shit out earlier this year, and people want to act like it's still Terence Crawford's fault. It's Terence Crawford's fault. And I'm going to explain to you all once again as to why they can continue to point the finger at Crawford. They continue to do it. Shout out, subscribe, support Showtime Shot News, man. You know what I'm saying? He's in the building. What's good? Team Jihad Tucker on deck with it. Shout out to NYC in the building, man. Appreciate you pulling up, brother. Dub 100. Hey, that may be somebody that you don't, that you dislike, but you need to be on his channel with that. This is a channel I'm trying to talk about the current events, bro. I'm not talking about other channels, bro. Real talk. People probably say shit about me too. People probably disagree with certain shit Blue put out, and they may disagree with certain shit I put out and everybody else. But I don't want to get off topic. But that's your opinion, bro. Lee, they sources are themselves. They become drunk on super chats. Damn, Lee coming in with the motherfucking cocktails lined up on an empty stomach. He about to goddamn hit cocktails, take him to the head on an empty stomach. So this is the deal. This is the wild part about this, right? We're still ignoring the fact that Timothy Smith broke the information. But moving forward, with all what we've heard, with the breaking and all this other shit, right? We have heard very little on the back end of this week. Like I told you, they begin the week on Sunday, right? And they'll drop all this info, and then it just fades away because they already set the tone and say, you know what? It's supposed to be announced on 4th of July. It's supposed to become official. But that's not what I've been hearing. Now the rumor is Terence Crawford is holding up the fight because he won $30 million. Terence Crawford won $30 million, y'all. Then they'll sit up here and talk about his age. Oh, he's cashing out. He's cashing himself out. But I'm saying to myself, right? You said it was the hurt business. I said it was the hurt business. Many boxers who went through this type of employment, who have chose to lace up the gloves and go and split the ropes and fight one-on-one. They have suffered damages. They have came up through the era where the fighters who was fighting multiple times getting paid little money, and they had to continue to fight in recession to take care of themselves and their family. Things have changed now. You get fighters with very little on the calendar, very little activity on the calendar, but their paychecks used to reciprocate high numbers. I think at this point in time, that has pretty much subsided, man. People saying like, hey, we got to start putting these fighters in there with big names to get this money. So that's what brings us to Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. These are two big names that's been on the pound for pound list for quite some time in the same division. So let's just say Terence Crawford wants $30 million. Why are you all trying to place a price range on what he should negotiate? What he should negotiate now? What he should negotiate, and he's the fighter. Why are you pretty much worried and pocket watching a grown-ass man out of Omaha on what he should negotiate in one of the biggest fights in boxing? This is one of the biggest fights in boxing. If you up here talking about it's the biggest fight, you're trying to confuse the naive because you're trying to sit up here and say, in one message, I'm saying it's the biggest fight in boxing. But on the other message on the back end, Terence Crawford, he should negotiate that high. This is the biggest fight. But come on, man, let's be reasonable. What the fuck are we doing? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck are we talking about? Like, what does big mean to you? Does big mean small? Do you have verbal dyslexia? Like, what the fuck am I listening to? Like, if you're saying it's one of the big fights, why aren't you able to accept it that if two fighters this season in the game, Errol being 32, you know what I'm saying, Crawford around 35, if these are two seasoned fighters in the sport, why, when it comes to one of the biggest fights, they're unable to negotiate their worth? Why are you all that's not even on the team, nor are you close to the camp? None of that shit. Why are you sitting up here saying, nah, that's too much, man? That's not what it's supposed to be. Why is Terence Crawford up here negotiating that much money? No, he don't deserve that. Y'all motherfuckers stay using them D words, man. How is he not deserving to ask for $30 million? How is he not deserving? The man is 35 years old. If you're going to talk about his age as far as him being at the backside of his career, then reserve the respect on the front end and say he should ask for 30 million. It's okay. I'm not saying he's going to get it. I'm saying it's okay. Showtime say, why they want Bud to not risk for what he feels he's worth? I don't know what that's about. I do know what that's about. It's just individuals that's choosing to be more part of something than they actually are. They want to be a part of Team Bud. They want to be a part of it to keep themselves relevant and get the super chats and get the attention and everything else. But they ain't willing to give the man his absolute and total respect. My people have to get out that shit. We have to jump out of that what you think you deserve and making us work harder than what other fighters are working when they sit up here and negotiate. Teofimo Lopez stood his square and negotiated the 1.2 to 2 mil. And people was like, oh my God, Teofimo done fucked up now. Bob is going to make him pay and Bob is going to do that. Oh, he fucked up. This man went the purse bid. And even though it ended up being a catastrophe, right? We don't know, with COVID still being active at the time, we don't know exactly why it was delayed. You know, Floyd Mayweather came in there and did what he did. We can't put our finger on it and say this was exactly why it fell through. But 3 delays from a 6.1 purse bid, I have to salute Teofimo for taking the risk to negotiate his worth. Because you know what? If you're not willing to take a stand and set a price point of what you believe you're worth as a fighter, I really don't know why you're in the business. I really don't know. You want to go through the intensive, look, you want to go through the intensive rigors of training camp. You want to go through the sparring sessions. You want to go through the traveling to face top competition in sparring. You hear fighters talking about sparring, going in there, facing these fighters in sparring. This is something that goes down before they even split the ropes on fight night. They're taking punishment. So you trying to tell me you want these fighters to go through this journey, through the rigors of all that pain and suffering and sacrifice, jump in the ring, take punishment and sacrifice. And then when it comes up to the biggest fight of their motherfucking career, you want them to lay back and say, you know, I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here, shawty. That's all. I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here. Lee said they never say how much EJ want, though. Goddamn, Lee is on his shit, dog. They never say how much EJ want, though. Everything Bud based. They aerodolatry. Hey, put them anagrams together, dog. Out of hand. They're aerodolatry, dog. Talk to him, man. Talk to him. God damn. The aerodology. I like that. That's slick. That's smooth. You know what I'm saying? That's like the yak. That's like Remy. You know what I'm saying? They never mention how much Errol wants. Never, ever, ever. Big salute to that comment. They never mention how much Errol Spence is asking. So us, we can critique it. So look, this is going to be their defense. They're going to say, you know what? If you want to know how much Errol Spence is making, why don't you talk to his people? And I'm saying to myself, the information that you're getting, is it from Terence Crawford's people? Is it from Terence Crawford people? Or it's just something that y'all came up with and say, hey, this is what we're going to go with now. We got to keep the energy going. Because we know we're doing right. The WCS, you know, if he make a live about it, that means they watching this, that, and the other. That means they watching. I would rather make sure I have content that is credible. You know what I'm saying? Something with veracity to it. Rather than sit up here and be a creator of false narratives. I don't want to do that. So let's just say Terence Crawford is requesting 30 million, 25, 30 million. At this stage in his career, is he wrong for that shit? What do you want to do? You know what I'm saying? Caleb Plant received over $10 million for his fight with Canelo Alvarez. He's been in one division, and he's held on to a single title, which was the IBF super middleweight title. This man was paid over $10 million. And y'all gonna sit up here and tell me, oh, that's because he was facing Canelo. No, he wasn't looking for Canelo. Canelo had to come to him, just like Errol Spence is coming to seek out Terence Crawford. So, but check this out. Just because it was Canelo Alvarez and then Caleb Plant, different shade of skin color, then the value is much more the way it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? It's much more higher appraisal when it comes to Canelo and Caleb Plant when we're talking the numbers. But when it comes to fighters like Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, in my opinion, they get downgraded from where they at in their career. It just always seemed like they get downgraded because you're going to have a fighter like Bud who's asking for his worth, but they're going to look at it like, nah, fuck that, man. Man, he asking too much. What are you talking about? This man is 35. He's not going to be boxing that much longer. If this isn't the opportune time to take advantage of this shit, when is it going to be the opportune time? When he gets out of the sport and then he has to come back and do some exhibition bouts. You know, y'all want him to come back and do some exhibition bouts so he can get paid. What is it? Mark Nash on deck. What's good with it, Mark? I'm gonna drop the link in a little bit too. Cause this Friday, man, this 4th of July, I need to hear some fireworks, bro. I need to hear some fireworks. I need to hear that. You know, I need to feel that energy from those out there that have they say so. You know what I'm saying on this matter. The biggest fight in boxing, but they want Team Crawford to take pennies. Exactly, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn. Still waiting for the finalization. Always said 50-50. Let's get it, everybody. Happy both fighters earned it. 50-50, man. What's wrong with 50-50? I said that from the jump. I said 50-50 was cool. But behind the scenes, they was trying, they from what I was hearing from my sources, that they was actually trying to, you know, give Terence Crawford 70-30. You know what I'm saying? It was 70-30. And then, you know, all these things, Spencearettes was out here and they was talking, well, to be honest with you, I'm serious, man. Like they was like, you know, he should take what Errol Spence gives him. I have to say it once and I'll say it again. That seems like so much of what we was trying to put behind us. The civility mentality of walking around here with slavish behavior and just taking something just because of the people and they look like you and you feel they should undervalue themselves. It seems like a slavish mentality. We have 2 elite fighters who are both black, but yet you're saying Terence Crawford should just take what he's given. I never hear that type of behavior when it comes to Canelo. I don't hear it for all the other fighters out there. Just take what they give you. Just take what they give you, man. When Jermell Charlo came out with that bullshit, talking about he should be quiet. He should sit down, be quiet, and take what they give you. Learn how to be the challenger. Humble yourself. Seems like some slave shit to me. It seems like some motherfuckers that goddamn had some ancestors talk to them about the way it used to be. What this sit down and humble yourself and be quiet and take less money? When y'all the same ones up here being braggadocious about all the materialistic damn sports cars and houses and shit that you have on your property. You got that because you earn some money. You earn big time money to get that shit. So why sit up here and tell Terence to take little fucking money just because you don't like him? That's slavish mentality, bro. Destiny Black, what's good, Queen? How you feeling? Salute you pulling up. Damn, wait, what? I'm just getting here. 20, what's good? Is this fight big enough to generate 30 million for one fighter? Because Glacier said it won't even get a million pay-per-view. So when you're talking about a million pay-per-views, that's a lot of money. Okay, let's take a gander. All right, let's take a gander up here where I never. Just take a look at this. Let's remind ourselves of this right here. What is that saying? Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, 5.7 million. So let's go down to a lower, like let's go to the third, Marvin Hagler versus Sugar Ray Leonard. What numbers did they do? 3.15 million. All right, we're talking about we're in a streaming era. Were they streaming back then? Were they freaking social media applicable back then with Marvin Hagler and Sugar Ray? No, they weren't. Let's go even further down to number 4, Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson. Were their social media applicable back then with 2.7 million? Let's go to the last one. Mike Tyson and Van Holyfield, 2.67 million. Now, I know it's tough, okay? I know it's tough for people to believe that we can have a million pay-per-views in this streaming era where people jack and steal the damn stream. I know what they're talking about, but check this out. We need to put more focus in building up the fight with positive information to get more people to tune in. We need to then try to reach a broader audience if we're going to use this platform for what it is, reach a broader audience, and try to get people to tune in where you're at to see this fight. If you're planning private chats, you know what I'm saying? And you're buying the fight, but yet you're having private parties where people got to pay a certain amount and drop you a cash app to see the fight, then you fucking up the game. You're selfish. You selfish. You're 100% selfish in that, because you're sitting up here and you're gonna blame the low ball numbers as far as the, you know, if the fight does 200 something, you're gonna blame it on Terence Crawford, man. You're gonna elevate Errol Spence because you're gonna say he's been in AT&T Stadium. He's been there. His numbers speak for themselves. But yet when it comes to Terence Crawford, he was the weakest link. So that's why they couldn't do a million pay-per-views. Hey, we can't put our finger on it and come up with exact numbers. The guy's trying to say that the fighters deserve are sitting on a couch in front of a computer with low IQ. Absolutely. I wouldn't say all of them, because there are content creators out there that feel the way they feel. I can't say all of them. WCS, they really don't want the fight. It's more money for them. It's just making lives and vids about the fight. Wilder lost, and they cite on EJ on behalf of it. Hey man, it was Wilder, but look, they didn't think he was a pay-per-view type of guy anyway. You know, Wilder's a whole different topic, man. Real talk. Whole different topic when it comes to these fans, these fair weather fans. T.O. got a Bud Light multi-million endorsement deal out of that too. Yes, sir. Let's highlight that. T.O. was sponsored by Bud Light, and if you remember him, after he lost his belts, he say, "Hey, I don't know about y'all, but I'm living good. I still got my sponsors. I'm doing just fine. I'm doing just fine." And look, T.O., when they start to clean up his IG, I would say, damn, T.O. changing levels. So let me ask you this. How is he able to change levels if he never wanted to put it all on the line, take the risk with high reward, and say, I'm negotiating. I'm increasing my price point. I don't care how young I am. I don't care how many fights I got. I'm going to negotiate. Fuck that. And he did. He negotiated. He did, man. And he got sponsorships. And if you looked on his IG, he started to clean up his shit and become more professional. Now, whatever else that was going on in his personal life, I don't care. I'm just talking about the business aspect of it. Destiny say Showtime that part. Destiny Black, what's going on, mama? EJ never asked for 30 million. He likes a low guaranteed 3 million. If EJ is, I mean, if Terence Crawford is asking for 30 million, like it was said up top, somebody mentioned we don't know the numbers of EJ, then that tells you right there. They more focused on who's holding up the fight. Isn't that the entire objective? If it's not one turn, it's the other. If it's not one turn, it's the other, man. They go around here, they'll press the button on one. Oh, he's delaying the fight. He want more money. Oh, he came in. He want to wear all black shoes with gold stripe. Oh, he came in. He want a full escort to the fight. Every time you turn around, it's a new motherfucking, it's a new finger pointing objective that they have to highlight Terence Crawford in a bad way, instead of building up the fight. As much criticism as they talk about Terence Crawford, they have no room to talk about how fucked up the numbers are going to be. They have no room to talk about how fucked up the numbers, because you've been fucking up reporting on this fight for the longest of time. You've been saying Terence don't sell. He don't put butts in the seats. He didn't do the heavy lifting. He ain't did none of this shit. So how, if those individuals just passing by listen to your live stream, how are they supposed to be motivated? How are they supposed to become motivated to say, you know what, I'm not a boxing fan, but I don't think I like this guy, Terence Crawford, because these guys right here, these 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 15 channels, they all talking negative about this guy. And people saying this is one of the biggest fights in boxing. I'm calling 911 and putting in an anonymous complaint. This guy shouldn't be boxing. Super, what's good? Errol Spence is a god to PBC. He so-called deserve all the money, but never fought outside of welterweight. Man, see, man, y'all on fire, bro. I'm telling y'all bringing that 4th of July shit in here. Y'all bringing that 4th of July energy, man. Y'all coming in here with the wick already lit. Y'all coming up in this motherfucker with the wick all the way lit. And you looking at that motherfucker. Well, let me toss that shit out there. Blow! Y'all coming in here already turned up. Shout out to Mr. Gumbo with the super chat. Once again, much appreciated that Mr. Gumbo supporting the channel. He said, WCS, I heard someone singing Marvelous, oh Marvelous today about sources said. Hey man, it's potential. It's potentially out there. Did I forget a super chat? Oh, hey, my fault. Destiny. Shout out to the queen herself, Destiny, motherfucking Black in the building. Finding Nemo, little buddy still can't find Dory. So you already know they on Eye on the Math. I kind of lost the back end of that. I know people do that with me too. But hey, salute to Mr. Gumbo with the super chat. Salute to the queen herself, Destiny Black in the building, supporting the channel. Much appreciated on this 4th of July weekend. Showtime say EJ never asked for 30 million. He likes the low guaranteed 3 million. When I hear stuff like that, right, being that they won't be as vocal about what Errol Spence is asking, right? Look at it this way. Maybe he feels that he can't. Maybe Errol Spence feels that he can't. So they're telling Errol what his limitations is, what his cap. And then Timothy Smith is pretty much telling y'all, hey, we don't want to offer him a number that's insulting. So Errol Spence is looking at it like, why, Jerry Jones paid for my seats. Why can't I just get what I asked for? I did all the heavy lifting. I have the WBC. Hey, stop it, Spence. I already know what the fuck you got. Okay? I'm telling you, You put out the manifesto that you wanted to unify the welterweight division. So, with that said, you have to understand that you need the WBO title. You have to understand that in the same sequence, you're not Canelo Alvarez. You're not Canelo Alvarez. In the same sense, you need to understand you haven't did as much as Terence Crawford. So regardless of what these channels and everybody say about Crawford, he's a 3-weight champion. He has an undisputed to his resume. All Errol Spence has is 3 world championships in the same division. In the same division. Like someone articulated at the top of the chat. He has 3 championships in one division. And he's afraid to move outside that division. Why? What's going on with y'all fighters? You know, y'all want the entire bag, but you haven't did anything on your resume for people to raise a brow and say, you know what? Let's advocate for Errol. No, what you're doing is you're not really advocating for Errol. You're pretty much denigrating Terence Crawford when you know his credentials supersede that of Errol Spence. You just want to keep on pointing the finger. And you want to know why the numbers aren't going to be right? All they need to do is dip over here to YouTube and see the bullshit. I don't get it. Like we're at an internal social media war on this shit. And I can't get why, if you want the fighters to make the money on the pay-per-view back end, why is this criticism going back and forth on a regular basis? I don't get it. This asinine, man. Chant Ross say, obviously, nobody cares about being credible. Just look at Wilder Fury debacle back then, and they continue. Oh, that was terrible. Bud should get money he asked for, earned it in the sport. Canelo get 50 million offer, but 7 or 8 million is too much. What the fuck? I understand. I get it. Canelo can go up here and get what he want. Caleb Plant can get paid the most money. Look, Caleb Plant can get paid the most money. He was a PBC fighter. Caleb Plant was paid over 10 million. And these cats up here saying Crawford should only ask for 15. He's did way more than Caleb Plant in his boxing career. And they saying that Crawford should ask for 15. I mean, I don't need for y'all to make it make sense. I don't need that, man. I'm not trying to see the logic in bullshit like that. Galimatias, man. Spence and Bud should get the money they asked for. It's a big fight, bigger than Canelo and Plant, but nobody rides for black fighters. That's a huge discrepancy when it comes to what we're reporting on here and how it's reported. I totally agree. Like, I wouldn't say nobody rides for black fighters. I would just say the percentage is much lower than what we should respect. You know what I'm saying? For what they accomplish in their career. It's way lower. It's way lower because Caleb Plant, he was getting mad love stepping in there with Canelo Alvarez. He was getting mad love. People was like, oh man, you know, Caleb, he's a slick boxer and this and that. And you know, Canelo, he gonna have some problems with Caleb Plant. Shit, by the 9th round, Caleb was in there having a full-blown conversation. Terence Crawford is not the person to do that. You might get him sticking his tongue out a little bit, but he ain't in there having a full-blown conversation. He's plotting on your ass. He's plotting. He's collecting it, processing it, and executing it. That's all. When he make the adjustments, his execution come in the full frame. That's what happens with Terence Crawford. It's unfortunate that y'all are overlooking PBC being the liability behind this fight not being made as quick as it possibly can. Because somewhere when the business is dealt, you have those same shakers and movers behind the scenes that was able to offer $100 million for a 2-fight deal for Canelo, But for Errol Spence being the sacrificial lamb on that $100 million deal, you don't want to give him the same energy for Terence Crawford? You know what I'm saying? Do you feel that this is also a sacrifice? Do you feel that him fighting Terence Crawford is a sacrifice? I heard a channel come out. I didn't really repeat what this brother said, but he was saying that he heard from a source that PBC isn't on board with Errol Spence taking this fight because they believe like Terence Crawford, style and him as a fighter is all wrong for Errol Spence. And they feel like it's a no-win situation for Errol Spence coming out this fight victorious. I didn't jump on board with that. This is the first time I mentioned. I didn't jump on board with it. I haven't mentioned that until today, and that's not something I'm advocating. You know what I'm saying? I'm not repeating that as if I agree with the guy. I'm not. But all I'm saying is, at the beginning of the year, Timothy Smith came out about insulting Crawford with an offer. But yet, all I've heard from weeks after that, all the way up to Errol Spence fight with Yadinas Ugas to now, is that the boxer that's in question of holding up and delaying the fight is Terence Crawford. We sick of this shit. Alexander, what's good? What up, WCS? You've been consistent. Appreciate you, Alexander. Andrew Charles on deck. WCS salute to you, Andrew, in the building. They some slave boys for real, man. You know what I'm saying? We always want to get on here and talk about how much we empowered and shit, but yet when it comes to Terence Crawford, y'all look at his skin tone compared to Errol. Nah. He's not for the culture. He's not for the culture. Forget that guy. Nah. Take less money. Put yourself on the mercy of PBC. Let them step on your back, and when they're finished, they'll tell you how much you're worth. I mean, it's just a slavish mentality, and I hate that shit being from the South. I do. I don't like it per se. I don't say I hate it, but I seriously despise of it. Because we're on a platform where you're going in there and really working for your motherfucking money. And people sit up here and tell you, be quiet. Sometimes you got to be the challenger. Take less money. Humble yourself. That's some slave ass shit right there. You can tell them I said it. That's some slave ass mentality right there. That'd be the same person say, Mass, can I talk to you behind the shed, Mass? Scotty, Scotty, but he ain't picking the amount of cotton he's supposed to be picking. I'm not being a snitch, but I look forward to leaving the plantation one day and buying me a mansion. And if I'm still young enough, I'm gonna go in the sport of boxing and make me a living. But that Scotty, I don't like him. He should humble himself. He should sit his ass down and be quiet. He's trying to do too much back there. But you didn't hear from me, Master. I'm going to get back to the fields, and I'll let you know if anything else happened. King Mitch on deck. What's good? Trash-ass suits don't believe the fight garners $30 million total. You're right. All of what you saying, man, you're right. They don't believe this fight is going to do in the millions. They don't believe this shit, bro. You know why? Because they're not putting it out there. They're not providing that illumination that's needed. They're not putting it in the welkin. They need that shit to be up. Somebody pulled the freaking. They're not putting it up in the skies, man. So people can look at that shit and like, oh my God, this is one of the best fights of this era. Look what they're saying about the fight. Hardly anybody is talking about it. PBC isn't really trying to talk it up initially to kind of get a reaction from the crowd. And then behind the scenes, they negotiate and come out with the numbers. Or come out with the announcement. Not the numbers, the announcement. You know what I'm saying? The YouTube community are talking about it. But how are you supposed to garner 30 million when it's an all-out divide in here? And people, all they do is put out what Crawford isn't doing. Crawford ain't doing that. Crawford ain't doing this shit. Crawford need to do this. Crawford need to do that. How the fuck you want people to tune into a fight and you busy pointing the finger at the dark-skinned guy? You act, look, if I was crazy, I would think Crawford was a different goddamn race than what he is. As much hate as they send his way. I'm like, God damn. How are you supposed to get people to pay for the motherfucking pay-per-view? And it's so much damn negative rhetoric being spewed out here in the YouTube community. Wilder versus Fury did good numbers. Don't know if either one asked for 30 million. I could be wrong. Well, I can tell you Wilder was paid around that. Fury was paid more than that. Real talk. People cry about the price of the cheapest pay-per-views. They sure ain't buying the premiums. They ain't, man. Motherfuckers ain't buying this fight. And you know who you are, man. You know, all of you that's out there that's goddamn buying this fight with the intentions of throwing private parties so people can pay you so you can make your money back. So really, you didn't do shit. You pretty much paid for the fight, but yet you might have 30 motherfuckers watching the fight. And what if all those 30 had to pay you $5? Instead of that money going to Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, it went to you. But you get on here and say, well, Terence Crawford, he was the weakest link. He was the reason why the numbers were the way they were. When they set up here knowing damn well they threw a private fight party, invite only, and people was paying $5 to get in that motherfucker. Man, come on, man. This shit actually exists on YouTube. I bullshit you not. It exists, man. People tell me a lot. Like Forrest Gump say, a lot. YouTube is like a box of chocolates. Salute from World Combat Sports. Jay Ocho, what's good with it? What's good with it, Jay? EJ really fucked Ugas up. Yes, sir. Let me put that back up there just for a little bit so people can understand what message I was sending. Because they're not getting it confused. They just don't want to identify it. All right. I put this thumbnail up there because people keep comparing Ugas with his orbital bone being broken and fractured to Terence Crawford. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Who gives a damn what Errol Spence did to Ugas? Ugas took an L in his 12th professional fight. Terence Crawford is undefeated. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more in the building. What's going on with it, OG? According to the Spenceaholics, the fight isn't happening because of Bud. That Spence is so innocent, we can't make this ish up. Man, he is absolutely innocent. You know, you can't say anything wrong about Spence, man. The Spencearettes start the way they pom vigorously. Stop it. Spencearettes. That's what we are, Spencearettes. Don't talk about Spence. They start waving them pom-poms vigorously. You know what I'm saying? The shit be coming all off the material. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Bud don't sell, but Warren Buffett never bought 12,000 seats for Bud Crawford. You can guarantee that shit. There's nothing on record, especially, look, this was a news Sentinel local news that reported on Jerry Jones buying out the place. But yet this was the fight that catapulted Errol Spence to superstardom. Errol Spence catapulted to superstardom when he fought Carlos Ocampo and Jerry Jones stepped in the ring, y'all. This was the fight before he took his first in AT&T Stadium. This was the fight. Jerry Jones co-signed. People was like, oh my God, Errol Spence is so great. Jerry Jones is backing him. What better person to support and sponsor man down? Jerry Jones. Scandal. Andrew said, sucks for the younger fans of the sport who check out YouTube only to find their favorite fighter gets shitted on every day. Seriously though, I feel for them. Man, you ain't never said it. Man, that's what I'm trying to explain, man. How are you supposed to have people gravitate to a platform such as this to purchase one of the biggest fights on pay-per-view so both fighters can get paid when it's so much negativity going on? Now, I'm not gonna lie. I speak the way I do about Spence as a boxer. It's not anything personal. But if you ask the Spenceaholic why they're so angry with Bud Crawford, they're gonna say the same shit. Bomac, you ever heard what Bomac said? Yeah, Bomac, he said some foul shit about Spence, and we ain't gonna take that. Because Bud Crawford family, they've been talking shit about Spence too. So check this out. When Spence fight Ugas, Bud better show up. He gonna have to stand on all that disrespect. We gonna show him what Texas really about. Yeah, Bud Crawford didn't show up when you wanted him to, but he did show up recently. Bud Crawford did show up in Texas recently, and I just didn't see any type of video showing individuals pulling up on him and saying, hey, Bud, I'm here to goddamn speak, for the Texas boxing community, the TBC, and, hold you accountable for your disrespect. Now, either one, you check in, you apologize, or there's going to be problems. You understand that, jive turkey? You understand that, sucker? You can tell I'm from the old school. You sucker. Both Spence and Crawford about to be underpaid for this fight. Okay. See, once again, Mitch, we have to be positive to a point. I know it's easy with all this rhetoric, agitprop that's on this motherfucker. I understand it to be easy for certain people to just sip that shit all day long. They hydrate themselves of negative cocktails on YouTube. So then when you come to a calm place, you stand to yourself like, okay, I've heard so much negativity about this. It's hard for me to even say anything positive because it just seems like this fight is impossible to happen. It's freaking possible. Can this fight happen with everything that's been talked about on YouTube about the numbers? It's insane to think that people want to complain about the fight not doing this, that, and the other. But then if you listen to what people are saying on YouTube, how are we supposed to encourage the outside entity to come and support the inside, the casual boxing fans to come over here and support what we're talking about on the inside about this fight? How are we supposed to get them to do it in a healthy way? For them to come in here and they're not persuaded or influenced by what they read on YouTube. How are we supposed to make that happen? I don't fucking know. I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't have the solution because it's too far gone. This shit is too far polluted over the past few years that I don't really have a number to the hazmat team to come clean this shit up. Alfonso Morris say 14 million is a fair offer for both fighters. Now let's look at 14 million compared to what Caleb Plant probably made. Caleb Plant probably made 14 million. He made 10 million plus. He probably made upwards of close to 14 million. So in my opinion, I think both of these fighters, because Caleb Plant, the last time I checked, I haven't seen him on the pound for pound list. All right. So let's just say Terence Crawford and Errol Spence is a bigger draw. Why would both fighters ask for 14 million? Like, this fight has been spoken on so long. Look how long we spoke about Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, and look how much money they made. Oh, did you tell Floyd Mayweather at this point in his career to just say, hey, Just take what they give you, man. Humble yourself. Be quiet. Sit down. Learn how to be the challenger. He did that one time. He did because he knew what was ahead of him. But that's not the same with this fight. Spence is 32. Terence Crawford is 35. Why take 14 million apiece? Why are we not why are we overlooking PBC having 100 million out on the table for 2 fights? And then it seems like they're struggling just to come up with whatever numbers. Let's just say 50 million. Divide the 50 million for both fighters. All right. Let's just say 50 million. And then you're talking about 25 million for both fighters. And then, of course, you got to think about the promotion cost and everything else that goes into this fight. If it's done correctly, the fight could sell crazy. The fight can sell crazy. Also, if they provided credentials, to these media outlets that's out on YouTube to put the content out on fight week, if they just open up the gates and approve credentials, more credentials than usual for this fight, allow these media outlets to post the content out and persuade more fans to tune in and buy the pay-per-view, then every little bit will help. But we'll get, okay, the fight ain't doing this, the fight ain't doing that. I haven't heard too much from PBC at all. All we heard was Steven Espinosa talking about, Terence, he has to be reasonable. So tell us what's reasonable then. If you're talking about 10 million is reasonable, I'm like, come on now. That ain't shit. Because he has taxes to pay and he has people to pay. That ain't shit. So if the rumor is true that Terence is asking for 30 million, cool on him, bro. 14 million is fair. You know what time it is tomorrow, Combat? 276. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm going to speak about that early tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was going to close out this part, but really highlight it tomorrow. Absolutely. Alexander, what's good? He said, check Cash App. I appreciate that. Hey, much appreciated, my brother. Thanks for dropping in the Cash App there, Alexander. Alexander always been that guy, way back when, donate to the Cash App. I appreciate you, my brother. Real talk. Thanks for dropping that Cash App. Salute to you. Andrew said Crawford Spence is really for the fanatics. Your average global consumer, not so much. We gotta find a way to bring it to the global consumer. That means the promotion has to allow more access to this topic than usual, and that more access is going to be platforms such as this. They need to provide us a little bit more access to kind of boost this fight up because they're not paying us for it. I know some people are in bed with the promotion. Kudos to them. But I'm just saying, they need to open the gate, you know what I'm saying, and allow, increase their quota and allow more channels to be accessible and talk about this and to kind of bring more people to see this fight as being something they should invest in. We don't know the price point. We don't know if it's going to be $80. We don't know if it's $85. We don't know any of that. But what I don't want to hear is if this fight is made, right? Because this is the big weekend, if this fight is made and they come out with the pay-per-view price, I don't want to hear no goddamn complaining from nobody. I don't want to hear no complaining from nobody, man. We should take it and we should call around. If you don't have the money, you should say, hey, man, if you're going to throw a fight party, man, I'll bring some motherfucking fruit punch and some goddamn chips, dog. But, we need to really purchase this fight and support them. Not, hey, dog, you going to steal it? What you using? What you use to crack it? Okay, motherfucker, I'm going to steal it too. If you're going to do that shit, man, stop fronting. Stop fronting. D-Ray Promotion, Hot Grease, salute WCS. Man, you know what it is, D-Ray? You already know. You already know, man. Big shout out to the supporters who donate to the channel, man. One love to y'all. Thanks for being consistent. You know what I'm saying? Much appreciated. King Miss say IB, huh? What's still good money? Let me see what IB said up here. That's still good money. Yeah, what you mean, IB? King Miss, anything over 10 million for both in case the fight don't sell as expected. Okay, all right. All right. You know, one thing I can know about IB, IB will get down and explain whatever he's talking about. That's a fact. That is a fact. You know what I'm saying? I really consider, IB one of the OGs of this YouTube shit too. Cause he pretty much consistent on what he do, man. You know what I'm saying? What he talk on the sport. Keep the same energy, everything. NYT on deck. What's good, NYT? Appreciate you pulling up. Alfonso said, Andrew, no, I wouldn't go that far as fanatics only. I wouldn't consider Lil Boosie a boxing fanatic. I think it has reached sports fans, but less appeal than casual sports fans. They said this ways back about Crawford. They said that he's pretty much diminishing his value because he doesn't do media. All right? Okay. Anyone who followed me back when I was reporting on Deontay Wilder, doing that situation all the way up from Fury to the from Joshua all the way up to Fury, I said it like this. I was able to witness how people excoriated this man so much, right? I'm talking about just nefarious comments, vulgarity. They had insults out the ass, right? So for Terence Crawford to come up here and refuse to do interviews and don't talk to the media, my maturity was saying like, he's on to something, because no matter what you do, you can go all the way to the top. These boxing fans, give them 2 weekends and they'll be saying the same shit they were saying once he finished Porter. What he's doing, Crawford ain't doing shit. It Boots out there. Crawford ain't doing shit. This was in January, y'all. Crawford ain't doing shit. Crawford ain't doing shit. So back then, when they was talking about this man doesn't do interviews, he don't like the media, they heard Bob Arum say the same thing. I can relate to that because I was like that coming up. I just stayed to myself a lot. I was like that. I can understand how Bud Crawford's maturity and his mentality is about media, because he feels like no matter what he does, they only gonna praise him on a temporary basis. Once that expires, it goes back to, okay, what is he doing? He just stopped Sean Porter. Oh, no, he didn't really. Kenny Porter did. But he really did. He dropped him. No, Kenny Porter stopped the fight. When a person can understand the risk and they choose not to take it, and people really don't understand why they're not taking that risk until it plays out, it's too late. It's too late, because he was pretty much telling y'all he don't fuck with the media because of what y'all post, how you twist words around, how you may favor another fighter, but yet you acting like you really fuck with him until you start to crack your lips. And once you crack your lips, he's like, you know what? You wasting my time. I don't have time to answer that. But why not? But why not? And that's why boxers shy away from media. I saw Shakur Stevenson on live today, and I guess somebody was talking about who he's talking to, you know what I'm saying? And not them and this, that, and the other. Listen, I've had the opportunity to interview Shakur Stevenson, but it's not always about me. But what I was able to experience, I do speak on it. And, Shakur Stevenson, I'm going to be honest, he never was an asshole, none of that shit. When I knew him, when he didn't have no belts, when I was at Newark, he was cool people, professional. It don't matter what he had going on outside the ring or whatever the case. I went up to Newark, and I was one of the only YouTube guys there at Boylan Street Recreational Center in Jersey. Him, Joshua Greer, Nathaniel Gallimore, all them cats was up there. Very cool cats, professional, all that. Now, it was somebody complaining that Shakur Stevenson only talked to certain media. Now, this is where it does get a little cloudy now for Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is at a point right now where I believe he's opened up himself a lot more to talking to media. Now, when it comes to the PBC, I can tell you it's certain brands of media that they've gravitated to. ESNEWS, Fight Hype. Now, these brands, now TBV and some other ones. But I'm just saying, these individuals have grown enough to have teams where I don't know the agreement that they have with PBC. I just know that you should understand that if I'm speaking on something, I got to give you the fine details enough that my brain housing has cataloged. Wasn't this same guy from one of those media outlets at the open workout at Errol Spence? And Errol said, "Man, you seem like you've been trying to get something out of me or get something out of me the whole time. You need to chill." Now, those individuals have total access to go in there and fuck with a fighter and still get access. Me, if I go up there and do that shit, independent media, myself, Dolo Solo, if Showtime go up there and we up here trying to fuck with Errol Spence and ask him a dumbass question, they're going to ban us from the motherfucking shit. You know what? We're taking your credential. We're not giving you a credential for fight night. For fight night. We're not giving it to you. But somehow, some way, man, the sheets are different for some of these outlets. Not everyone is fucking with those outlets to get access. But when it comes to fight week and it comes to credential approval, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a lot of legitimate outlets that get disapproved to go up here and support these fights that need a surplus of different outlets supporting them and putting content out. They just say, fuck it, we're not approving credentials. We only going with the ones that we know, and that's how it is. I'm not talking about Top Rank. I'm talking about PBC. From what I've witnessed. I'm talking about what I've witnessed. I've witnessed it. They've approved me for some, and they disapproved me for some. But what I'm saying is, for Terence Crawford, early on, he knew something. He knew something about the media, so he chose to keep his distance and don't fuck with him. They said he fucked up and tarnished, his notoriety. I don't think so. If Terence Crawford would have provided himself and opened himself up like that earlier to be criticized, he would have been getting the same treatment Bill Haney. They give Bill Haney, man. It wouldn't have been no different. Errol Spence really don't fuck with the media. But he's such a popular guy, just like Destin said, he the most popular motherfucker on planet Earth. Due to his popularity, he doesn't say much. He's not on these channels. Who did he do an interview with? He did an interview with Brian Custer. And then he went to Barack, whatever that channel is. And he went to somebody else. Some of these fighters, a lot of these fighters don't fuck around with YouTube like that. Shout out to Destiny Black with another super chat. Cinco in the super chat. People sleeping on the mama couch and barely got 2 figures. Oh, people sleeping on their mama couch and barely got 2 figures. Should not worry about 8-figure man pockets. They shouldn't, Destiny. I don't really speak about a man's personal possessions until you tell another black man he need to sit down and humble himself and all that. When you sitting in mansion, right? And you driving these expensive cars, but you telling one of your own that's trying to do the exact same thing you're doing. They're trying to go into the ring, fight for the most money, and provide for their family and give them a different type of lifestyle. But yet, you want him to go back to the fields. You call him walking towards freedom, and you say, where you going? You don't supposed to be here. Let me walk you back. I'm going to show you. You're free, right? You're a free one? Let me walk you back. They walk you right back to another plantation. Say, look who I call escaping. I call him escaping because it ain't that many jobs around here. I call him escaping. I want to turn him back over to you. He said he was free, but I'm just dropping him off. I'm out. Motherfuckers be goddamn wishing for your downfall, dog. Don't make any sense. Dub say, if we don't get this fight, everyone unsubscribe from Showtime. Well, I don't think everybody is subscribed to Showtime. Okay? I don't think everybody is subscribed to Showtime at the end of the day. But when it comes to the pay-per-view, that's what's important there, Dub. The pay-per-view support is very important. You think people have enough money? Just what Destiny said. You have cats on their mama's couch. You think people have enough? Look, check out the reality of this YouTube, this social media shit. The Zone, ESPN Plus. Those two right there, The Zone, ESPN Plus. To be able to sustain that shit. And then if you're like me, you subscribe and have the app Bare Knuckle Fighting. That's a third app. You have to keep them active. And it's easy just to cover boxing because you can just say, okay, let me have Showtime and ESPN. But you have to consistently keep that shit going. And how they do that is, they browbeat the listeners for super chats. Give me a motherfucking super chat. Get the motherfucking likes up now. God damn it. Super chat. Super chat. Give me more. Motherfuckers be losing their mind, dog. Give me motherfucking super chat. I demand you listen and bow down and give me a super chat. And Fuzzo, yeah, I agree. They have some notoriety with a more broader audience. I'm just doubting the support that will be shown as far as the PPV goes. Look, the fucked up thing about it even more is it's going to be Errol Spence fans that don't buy the PPV either. It's going to be people that talk about how much Bud don't sell and how much heavy lifting Errol Spence has done and what he brings to the table. But yet, they won't even buy the pay-per-view. They won't even buy the pay-per-view, y'all. I'll drop that MF and link and just charge you right. It'll probably do 500K buys with 6 million illegal streams. Damn, that's crazy, dog. That's seriously crazy. What's going on, Queen? How you feeling?
What's up, baby? I'm good. How are you this evening?
I'm fine. It's
Man,
Friday,
things I really wanted to touch on. I forgot everything I wanted to tell you. Damn it. I gotta go back and read the fucking chats, which I can't. Oh yeah, shout out to J8. He tried to say that so-called Spence is a global superstar, but according to facts in World Cup, I'll put in your Instagram chat, your private chat, on Instagram, that Bud's the 8th most popular sports figure in the world. He's the 390th most popular boxing person in the world. I don't know how that fucking works, but that's according to facts. So I don't know where the fuck your boy, Finding Nemo fits into that. But yeah, Bud is very popular around the world. You're fucking welcome, J8. You're fucking welcome. I'm gonna send you the screenshot right now, okay?
Okay.
Welcome back. So you can put it. Well, come with the fucking facts. So if I say something, it's gonna be facts.
Yeah, for sure.
I got shit to back it up. So I'm about to give me a second. I'm gonna put in your fucking Instagram DM, okay?
Okay. Caleb Plant then moved to humble himself. If y'all in there want to jump on the link, man, go ahead and jump on the link. As long as you talk about boxing, You know what I'm saying? But Destiny, I was gonna say this, that it's the same way if you're talking about, the ranking system as far as the most popular, athlete and so forth, and Errol Spence is not in that proximity. You can say the same thing about why is Terence Crawford above him or in front of him in the pound for pound list. I know a lot of people really don't take that in consideration, but when it comes to the ESPN new list, they have Terence Crawford in front of everybody, sitting at number 1 on the pound for pound list. Now, of course, to the YouTube community, it doesn't matter. They say, "Oh man, fuck that. There's no consistency." I know, because Lomachenko is still on there on the back end of the pound for pound, but yet they added Shakur Stevenson. So how can Shakur Stevenson, who is an active two-weight champion, be behind Lomachenko, who has no belts? Hey, I don't know. Alfonso Crawford made a guaranteed $6 million versus Porter plus revenue. You're welcome. Yeah, man. Crawford did well with his guaranteed money. Did very well. YouTube says the biggest fight in boxing, but they saying fighters is pricing themselves out because they know the value. Make it make sense, man. I don't know why people just can't break it down like that.
I just sent it to you. Come back. Go check your It's the second one. I don't know what it's the second little thing I sent it to you, so you could post it on your damn screen. So because cats love to fact check shit. So yeah, I gave it to you so they can fact check it for themselves.
Okay, I got it.
You got it,
man. I can't even screenshot that. I will have to. I can screenshot where it says it. Yeah, I can screenshot where it says it, but I can't screenshot the whole link that you sent. Let me see. Can I share it? The whole thing, though. No, I
but
can't.
it's not screenshot. It's just a screenshot, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a screenshot. It's not a whole link.
Yeah, it says Terence Crawford, popular and fame. Today, YouGov.com. So let me try to look it up on here and see I can actually pull up the article and share the article. Let me see.
But just put up the screen for now, though, so they can see, because they love to fact check me. They always think I become with made up fucking, facts in my own damn head, which I've never done that though. Nobody can ever say Destiny gave fake facts. Never.
Well, we already know what that is when you come on the panel. They just, for females, it's according to how popular the female is for them to give you respect. If you're not the most popular females, and you're not sitting up here cussing and screaming all the time and giving attention, they're gonna say you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Well, that's pretty much how it used to be.
I curse. Now I'll curse a motherfucker out. I don't mind. Now I am good, so I don't mind. But overall, I think it's because I have a funny voice that people think, I just be making up shit in my fucking head. Maybe I do.
Now when you start to take over that, Destiny, it ain't your voice. It's the energy. When you start goddamn trying to roll over motherfuckers like you paving the street.
Yeah, salute to the chat, salute to Destiny, salute to World Combat Sports. That's what I was doing today. I was paving the streets today, man. I ain't gonna stay on too long, man. I just wanted to jump on, man. A lot of y'all, and this is not at the panel because the panel was about the business. But y'all get mad at Bud Crawford, man. And shout out to Omaha, Nebraska. Shout out to the Omaha people, man. Y'all get mad at Bud for asking what he's worth.
But where we
now he's holding the fight up. No, that man knows what his value is, man. Stop that, man. They need to stop that.
But Showtime, where is the actual facts that this man is asking for $30 million? Because I mean, seriously, where is this facts coming from? And where is the you know what?
Listen. You know where it's coming from? Breaking news from Blue Blood and Fanon and all these other guys out here. That's where it's coming from.
We'll put the Blue Blood a long way. Don't do my baby Blue Blood. But I don't know where he's getting those. That's manufactured facts. But according to some of these other, weird ass channels, they were saying little buddy had already signed his contract, right?
Yeah.
He signed his contract, right? If he go fucking little buddy fucking Ugas. But according, to what we know, real boxing fans know, most people don't sign their contract until like 2 to 3 days before the actual fight, right? But he already had signed his contract. So somehow he had his contract written already before he fought Ugas. So he already knew he was going to beat Ugas. Like, this nigga, he's clairvoyant. So he already had a contract. All I'm saying is that this is a real thing. Like Devin Haney did, like everybody was accused Devin Haney of lying about fucking Gary Russell Jr. He showed the term sheet. Yo, show us the signed contract that you already signed. Please show us. Show us where and also show us where fucking Bud is asking for $30 million, which don't even sound like Bud. That just don't sound like Bud at all. But show us this. And if he is asking for $30 million, that's a $30 million nigga. We paid fucking Cinnamon $40 million to fight fucking Caleb Plant.
He's ready to give him $100 million.
Shit.
He's ready to give him $100 million and sacrifice two of their best fighters.
Their best investments. Talk about a World Combat.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, that's Coach Reem. That's Coach Reem.
What's going on, Coach Reem? How you feeling?
Talk to him.
Future black leaders of America.
Yes, talk to him. Talk to him. They can hear you. They can hear you. You don't got to press no buttons. Talk to him.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on there, Coach?
Hey, little buddy. So cute.
When last time you been to the gym there, Coach?
He asked you when the last time you been to the gym. Talk to him. He's interviewing you.
Smash that like button, y'all. Y'all smash the like button.
The other day.
Yeah, the other day.
You gotta like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Give a huge thumbs up.
Listen, yo, tell them about Jahad Tucker's new car that we got, right? How's Jahad Tucker's car that we got that you just seen?
You mean Music's car?
Yeah, no, that's Jahad's car. We just pulled it up. How's Jahad's car looking? The red car.
Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah.
It's hot.
Yeah.
When I went in the car, it was so good.
Yeah.
And I saw diapers.
Yeah.
I don't know why the diapers in the band is so tight.
That's right. We rolling, right?
Showtime. You didn't put it behind the
I saw bubble gum in there.
Yeah.
So she could put the stills out. You didn't put it behind the camera.
Nah. Cause they just pulled up on me.
Okay.
I was at the supermarket and they pulled up on me in a new car. I said, damn, we all rolling in the whips now. You know what I'm saying? They just pulled up on me. I said, damn, we all got the new whips. I said, damn. You know what I'm saying? You know, we all got the new whips, man. Shout out to Jahad Tucker, man.
Yeah, shout out to Team Jahad Tucker for sure.
Yeah. I said, yo, bro, I'm coming to get this, man. You got the Michael Knight, man. He got the Michael Knight. I said, yo, I gotta come get this.
What he rocking?
Yeah, he got a Honda Accord fully loaded right now. Yo, 2022. Yo, fully loaded. You know what I'm saying? Leather on leather. Yo, leather on leather. I said, yo, brother, I gotta come borrow this one day from you, brother.
What's up with the electric cars, though? Fuck the damn gas. Fuck the gas. What's up with the electric cars? That's why I need to get on.
Yeah, I said I gotta come borrow this. Yes, go ahead. Okay, take it. I told him, I said, yo, I gotta come borrow this from you.
Is it electric? Is it electric though?
Nah, it's gas.
Nah, fuck it. If it's not electric, you know what? Fuck gas, there's no. Yo, you know what? Pack of fucking chicken wings for $17 for a pack of chicken wings. That is outback. Fucking outback.
Nah, but yo, listen. If you seen his ride, man, he's moving, man. I was like, damn.
Them Honda's coming nice now.
Shout out to Huntington Honda. I gotta respect the sponsors and all that. Shout out to Huntington Honda. They got Jahad riding real smooth right now, man.
Okay. Shout out to that though, but I'm with the gas. I'm still with the damn electric cars though. I was like, damn. Yes. I was like a scooter right now.
Okay. All right, come here. See you on the fire. Say what's up to the peoples.
Hi.
See you on the fire.
So cute.
Talk to him.
I'm good.
You're good? How old are you, baby? How old are you?
How old are you?
I'm 9.
You're 9? All right. You better be in school. You doing good in school?
Yes.
You're going to what, the 4th grade?
Yeah.
You better be good. You doing good in science and math?
Yes.
All right. You better be on top of your game with science and math. You know, science and math was rule the world. Did you know that, right?
Right.
Math is universal.
Yeah, what's your name? CEO Nasaya.
CEO Nasaya.
That's right.
Just so adorable. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Big
That's
shout
what
out
we
to the
be doing,
CEO
man.
of the Sire, man. Shout out to the Sire, CEO.
That's what we be doing, man. But they pulled up on me in the Michael night. I said, damn, we rolling now, man. Everybody got new whips, man. Everybody got new whips. Yeah. Joe Dini's crazy, right? I just want to share this with y'all before I get off, right? We pulled up. We was chilling, right, for a second. Yo, Joe Dini said, I'm going to get my Corvette, right? I said, yeah. I said, yeah, you want the Corvette? I said, yeah, you going to get the Corvette. He said, no, I want this one, man. He said, look at Jah's car, man. Jah's car is hot. I said, damn. But you said you wanted a Corvette. Now you want Jah's car, huh? You know what I'm saying? I said, now you want Jah's car.
Like you can't steal somebody else's car.
Yeah, say that again, Coach Ray.
You can't steal anybody else's car. That breaks the law.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Wait, this is be 13 or number 1 and 3. Oh, number 1 and 3 division champ. Okay, no.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. I'm rocking out with y'all tonight, man. Go ahead, y'all.
You fine, baby. I was wrong with the hell little buddy was talking. I read it wrong. A New York tea. I read it wrong. My bad, baby. I ran it wrong.
Yeah. I want to say this. I want to say this to you, World Combat, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate Destiny Black, man. Why are they mad at Bud for asking for what he wants in life?
But where's the information coming from, though? Literally, like seriously.
Why they mad? Why they mad? Like, listen, man. It's just like me when I go for neglect, bargaining agreement and contract is up, and I ask for what I want for my bargaining agreement. Why are they mad at Bud for wanting his value?
But Showtime, where is the proof that this man is asking for $30 million?
Inside sources. Inside
sources. Right. Yo, right. breaking news. Breaking news.
Question mark. Breaking question mark.
Yeah, of course it's. But you know what? I don't think this man is asking for $30 million. Honestly, I just don't see Bud asking for that kind of money. But
so what you think he asking for? What you think he asking for?
Looking for a guarantee, maybe 20 mil, maybe 15 mil. I don't give a fuck what he's asking for. It's not my goddamn business. I'm not his tax bracket. Right. I would never be his tax bracket. Probably would never. So that ain't not my goddamn business what he's asking for. But we can pay fucking Cinnamon $15-20 million to fight fucking Alvini, the average pilgrim dude.
Man, he gets $40 million.
Family. He bought the whole Smith family for like over $20 million a piece.
Yeah.
So fucking we not pay these black men what they're asking for.
Yeah, facts.
Like, why not? What's wrong with that? And they keep trying to say black fighters don't sell. Well, Sugar Ray Leonard got $14 million back in 1981. In today's time, that's somewhere between $45 and $50 million in today's money.
That's a lot of money.
Right. It's about $45 to $50 million in today's money. So he got $14 million and he fought another black man.
All right. You're right. Listen, I'm gonna say this, right? Now I'm gonna play the devil's advocate, right? I'm gonna say this, right? Every time I log on to YouTube, this is the biggest fight in boxing. But yet a man is asking for too much money. But y'all said it's the biggest fight in boxing. How you asking for too much money if it's the biggest fight in boxing? But hey, what do I know?
Right. I mean, honestly, I don't think neither one of these men are asking for 30. But inside sources said, but you know what they also said? The reason why the fight is not happening is because Bud does not want the rematch. Then the story changed. The reason why the fight is not happening because Bud wants the rematch. Then the reason why the fight is not happening because Bud is outpricing himself. So which story is it? Is it he wants the rematch or he don't want the rematch? Bud is outpricing himself? Like they have 3 different stories. Y'all gotta keep your stories together because at some point it's like it sounds bananas. It's all like monkey shit.
Well,
you have to understand what you want to take as substance and what you want to treat and put it in the recycle bin of Destiny. You know what I'm saying? You can't lean too close to this YouTube shit every damn day. It's a different topic. I just want to wait the 4th of July, goddamn it, because that's the big date.
Yo, facts.
That's for white Americans. That ain't the big day for us. The people
no. They said the fight is supposed to be announced on the 4th of July.
Facts.
Officially announced.
Come back to people yesterday. I told them though, you know, when Mayweather announced the fight against fucking Pacquiao was 8 weeks before the fucking fight, right? He announced the fight 8 weeks before the fight happened, right? And that's how most fights are announced. It's usually like, you know, between 9 and 8 weeks before the fight happened. So if it's October 29th or early November, that is right now we're not between 8 or 9 weeks. We're not. August will be between.
How far was it when Errol Spence was fighting Adenis Ugas that we known about it?
February.
We knew about this shit months out before the.
But it wasn't. They were talking about it, but it was not like, you know, we didn't get the confirmed date and nothing like that until February.
That still was.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Like, we had times and times to promote and market that fight.
Yeah,
right. That's what they're doing now. That's all they're doing now. But they keep trying to say it's over. But what is Spence doing though? So everything is fucking
Your audio, Destiny. Your audio.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so everything is fucking but I mean, so Spence don't do shit now. He just walks on fucking, you know, clouds and fucking roses and shit. He's the second coming of Jesus. Literally the second coming of Jesus.
I just don't know what the state. I just don't know what the state of YouTube going to be when Spence go in here and he don't get this victory. I don't know what's going to happen in their personal lives. I don't know, you know, what type of suicide watch they're going to have to be on. I don't know, man, because they're so angry. It's just like these Spencearettes. They so angry, man.
When you ask these Spencearettes, like, yo, what is his keys to victory? You know what they always tell? What they always say? If it's not a knockout, he's going to win on points because he puts like, he puts punches and bunches. But we already know ineffective aggression does not mean victory. So if it does go to the scorecard,
Terence Crawford is not him. Adenis Ugas is not Terence Crawford, man.
Man, Lawrence Cole's not going to be the referee either.
Exactly, for real. Lawrence Cole is not going to be there with a stop sign in his hand. Stop.
Listen, man, it's going to be a fight, man. They're going to have to fight.
They're not going to be in Dallas either. They're not going to be in Dallas neither. Why they fucking Ugas 1 round?
It's not going to be in Dallas. Jerry Jones is not going to buy 12,000 to 20,000 seats.
Precisely.
Yeah, he might have bought 20,000 for the joint.
Precisely.
Yeah. But but hey, what do I know? What do I know? I don't want to sound like a hater. I'm just gonna say 12. He bought 12.
Showtime and Combat. D-Ray said they mad at y'all for putting the truth out.
Nah, they ain't mad at me, man. They mad at World Combat. Yeah, they mad at World Combat. They mad at you too, Destiny. But at the end of the day, I don't care. I don't care.
That's when you do shit.
I don't care.
So now they make up stories. Now they gotta make up stories. It's buzz.
Yo, at the end of the day, the truth should set you free. Why are you mad? Why are you mad?
Them everyday training. His sister been on fucking line.
You can get that room off the boulevard. You can still get that room off the boulevard.
Why are you mad? I'll call my uncle right now and I'll drive down the Las Vegas Strip in the 600. Yeah, the 600. I'll be in the 600, man. I pull up in the 600, man, the Benz. And Joe say, oh, man, go over there. I pull up in the 600 Benz, man. Stop it, man. Stop it. I'm just humble. God is good, man. I love my life, man.
Yeah, shout out to Showtime for doing the damn thing, man. He's doing a lot behind the scenes.
Every time you post a video, I watch and I like it. Same thing with Combat. I always like, y'all videos because even if I believe in whatever your content is, as long as you look like us, I'm gonna like your fucking video. Even though I disagree, that's to show support.
Yeah, nah, salute to World Combat Sports, man.
That goes to these things though. Like if you're like literally putting out like complete propaganda, like Fanon does, like make up stories by himself. Like he really put like shit at his fucking ass.
Cool. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah. We don't call him Fanon. We call him Professor X, man. That's Professor X, man.
That is fucking weird. That's a weird ass nigga, though. He's on his own damn planet. That is a weird ass nigga.
Yeah, salute to Fanon boxing, man. Professor X, man.
Yeah, no, not salute to him. Fuck him. And boxing too. Fucking him too. Fucking him.
Destiny, I haven't been compensated for all the flack I received and backlash when I did that video on you. Like I didn't know you was other channels' property. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They was treating her like she didn't have permission to come to another channel and shit.
Man, I
had to hit her up. I had to hit her up on IG there, Showtime. I was like,
man, they was mad at you, man. They was mad at you. Listen, I don't want to put it out there, but they was mad at you. Yeah, they was getting at me. I'm like, yo, you niggas be gang banging on the internet, bro. I don't do that. Like, why you getting mad at me?
Weird, though. That's man fucking weird because
I was like, go ahead, Destiny.
I had never even knew who World Combat was. Literally, he and I had never had an interaction like that. So when he did I thought really he was coming at me. I thought he was really about to because they've been coming at me like left and right, all the Spencearettes. So I really thought that was gonna be another Spencearette, try to drag me. But when he gave me my little 2 seconds of shine, why the fuck is people mad? Like seriously, because I actually gave y'all the truth and not fucking make believe lies.
Dude, dudes was coming like you was their property, man. Like you had signed a contract to just be over there on their channel. Like real, I don't know if you know the stand-up. God damn, I was told that they had an infiltrator. They called me an infiltrator.
That's fucking banana. And honestly, you have to tell you the truth though. I had never felt some type of way against Spence up until I started really doing this YouTube shit. YouTube niggas really made me despise this nigga. Seriously.
Me too. Yeah, me too. And listen, listen, I know that nigga's uncles, I know his mom, I know everybody. And I'm like,
and he put the pics out there.
I posted a picture yesterday with his mama. Cause I had to remind him, like, bro, you out here fronting on me like you don't know me, bro. This is your mama, man. I went to wars with your mama in the backyard. Banging out, beating motherfuckers up. Niggas know my handle out here, man. I get busy, bro. But then you jumping on Instagram and you talking about you don't know me. I don't know your uncles. I don't know this, that, and the third. Like, bro, you running with my shark handle, but I just let you rock. But look what God got me at right now. I'm staying in the penthouse suites. Bob Arum and all them is on my floor. Yo, Bob Arum. I'm on the floor with Bob Arum and I'm waking up. I'm going to the, walking around the rooms. I'm seeing Bob Arum and them on my floors.
Hey,
that's a fact.
So I don't tweak off of that no more, bro. But I be like, damn, bro, you really tried to diss me and act like I wasn't who I was to you. Said I don't even know your uncles. No, where I grew up at. If your grandmother raised me, you my family. If I was at your grandmother's cribs and the lights was off and we was sleeping together with no lights and we was eating dollar chicken sandwiches, you my family.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I give it up. So for you to get on Instagram and talk about me and act like I'm not your family, I'm like, I just see your mentality, bro.
Yo, fake nigga shit. Yo, this nigga's payola though. Y'all go back and Google when the fucking your boy Blu-ray said it on fucking, I believe it was Instagram Live when he said nobody paid him $50,000. He really said that shit. And full time, I didn't know that's why you laughing. So I know you saw that video. So if he paid this man $50,000, what do you think he's not paying on other channels? I think that because how does the brother come out of nowhere? Like literally, came out of fucking nowhere.
That's a fact.
Is he still vlogging? Is he still vlogging or he?
I don't know. I haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him in a while.
But he definitely came out.
Look, shout out to Blu-ray. I don't have no problem with that dude. He cool, man.
But I do got
he just was linked up to the wrong one, the wrong team because.
But I do got to pay on payola though. That's what I do.
They start going in on him, man. You know, once he was let go for whatever the case may be. You feel me?
Yeah, we know what it was. Derrick James didn't like him. That's what it was.
Yeah, DJ is different, man. That's DJ. Man. That's DJ. Yo, DJ had his arms around me and then told his fighters not to wear my patch. I'm like, damn, brother, what's wrong with you?
Derrick James is a whole ass nigga. That's what the fuck he is.
Speak about it. Speak about it. And this is a female. This is a female that said that. Speak about it. That's a female.
Showtime dropped that pick with Derrick James, you know, with his hand around. I say, wow, I had to put WOW in that motherfucker, dog. I was like, God damn, you gonna tell me to wear the man's patch and you show love like that?
Yeah,
the house nigga. We been to what house niggas do. Like Malcolm X says, oh, boss, we tired. Oh, boss, we sick. Yeah. House niggas make house nigga moves. Exactly. Precisely. Talking about fucking Bomac and shit like that. Who the fuck cares about his fucking box rack? Who gives fucking none of that?
Yo, Derrick used to be around me and see me at different events and just be on me like, damn, brother. Like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? But I me being who I am, and I was trying to get cleaned up and get right. I always embrace everybody.
Yo, fuck, you know what? Fuck him. He's like, who knows who the fuck Roy Jones was? That's trash as fuck.
Yeah, no. That shit pissed me off. Because Roy's my family. That shit pissed me off when he tried to front on Roy. Like, dog, you got beat up, my nigga. You never was on Roy's level. Roy's a world champion, bro. Don't act like you don't know who Roy is, bro. I don't give a fuck who knocked Roy out, who knocked my cousin out. My cousin made it to the heavyweight championship level, light heavyweight, world class levels.
Roy Jones did everything in boxing that he could. Only thing Roy Jones fucked up was he didn't know when to quit. That's what
he's a fighter. Yo, fighters is different. They just be on some retarded shit. Like he said, y'all must have forgot. Nah, Roy's a real nigga.
I mean, we been through that one. We been through he's a real one, but I'm just saying he should have let go. At some point, he should have let go. Honestly,
look, Destiny, you got to see that man in person. Like, you learn a lot, Destiny, when you see these cats. I seen this dude in Vegas, right? Mm-hmm. Man, I seen how he can walk in a casino and people stop what the fuck they doing and say, "Hey, Roy, can I get a pick? Can I get a pick? Can I get a pick?" 100 times over. I'm behind the recording it. And, you know, he went from the front door of Vegas to the back because he had business. He didn't take a single photo. And it had to be over 30 motherfuckers that asked him for a pic before he even left the casino area.
Quitting boxing, though. Like, I mean, not quitting boxing, but like getting in the ring.
Everybody know their time, though. When you're a boxer, everybody know their time. Like, that's one of the old school OGs, right? The legends that still get that notoriety when he walk on deck. He gets that notoriety, man.
That fight again. I have never watched that fight again. When
let me ask you this: why they get mad at Roy for critiquing a fight when he critiqued the fight?
They don't Spencer Crawford. Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was just training with fucking Terence Crawford. They ain't got the same energy from him. They still got the same energy for him.
So what did you see him training Terence Crawford though? What do you see that? What do you see Mike Tyson training Terence Crawford at?
They should. I saw like a clip of it. Like he was not training him, but he was like in his gym or some shit. Like I'm not really sure. Slice or dice. Like literally, I saw like a clip of it. I really did.
I just don't want them to come, you know, put that shit off on my channel like I said it.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I allowed you to say it, and it wasn't true. But I don't think he was training Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying?
But I want to pose this question to y'all as a media member. Why do you think they get so mad when the legends, like I said, Roy Jones?
Yo, it wasn't just for black legends either. It was like Hispanic legends. That Robert Garcia said that shit.
Why do they get so mad when the legends from Roy Jones, to like you said,
Robert Garcia, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's talk about, like, just not talk about the black ones, though, because that's where we want to go at. Let's talk about the Eric Morales. I'm sorry, Juan Marquez. Let's talk about these cats that have been saying that shit, too. It's not, because they always saying, like, you know, it's some like the weird thing they think they have with Bud. Like, all these niggas got together, like, you know what, we're going to put Bud on this pedestal, and we're going to knock fucking Spitz for whatever reasons. I mean,
but check this out, Destiny. These are dudes that actually split the ropes and contended for years upon years, and they still diminish. They still diminish who the fuck they are. They'll say, "Man, they don't know what. Man, fuck that. They don't know what the fuck they are. They did this, this, and this. They telling you their prediction. That's all.
Yeah,
that's all they doing.
Why does the YTC get so mad when certain people predict Errol Spence to lose?
Only thing I said for me personally, like you were asking this question yesterday on my baby's H Money's channel last night. We were asking, like, you know, how would you rank, you know, Spence and Bud, like, you know, like on boxing levels, boxing skills. I specified, and I said I give Bud like a 9. They was mad as hell at me. They were saying like I was being biased. Yeah, I'm not biased. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I was really tell you the truth. So I give this man a 5 because I have never seen him make an adjustment. I know he does not move his head. I know he has no lateral movement. He is flat-footed. He damn sure cannot fight off his fucking back foot. All he knows how to do is come straight forward. He's like a rocking sock and robot. Like, seriously. He has like that. Yeah, he has a hell of a jab, no doubt. But once Bud, and he's slow though. He's also slow. He's not very fast. Once Bud turns that fucking jab, it's gonna be a long fucking night.
Man, yo, Destiny gonna be a coach one day. You know that, right? I'm just putting it out there, man. Yeah, I know a lot of people fuck with me. Y'all better bring Destiny Black on your team. If you want a real advisor, she knows her boxing.
And I told him how Bud is gonna win against fucking Spence. He's gonna put Spence on his fucking back foot because he knows Spence does not know how to fight off his back foot. He does just like fucking Rolly does. He has his chin straight up in the air. That's why Tank was able to capitalize off of fucking Rolly. He knew when Rolly was coming in.
Yeah, hold on, Destiny. Yeah, did he spit his mouthpiece out and look for his mouthpiece? Yeah, did he spit his mouthpiece out?
He didn't do that one. He ain't do that.
Did Rolly spit his mouthpiece out though?
Nah, he didn't do that one. He didn't do that part though. But he does.
Yeah.
But he
was. The Spence spit his mouthpiece out, look for his mouthpiece, and say, "Wait."
Yeah, he did. He definitely did that.
Protect yourself at all times. Did he spit his mouthpiece out? Looking for his mouthpiece.
Precisely.
Yeah. But they get mad. They get mad at me for pointing that out.
You know what they was trying to point out too? Combat and show sign. They was like, "Oh yeah, Mean Machine dropped Bud." But if y'all go back and look at that fight between Bud and fucking Mean Machine, he never dropped Bud. Bud grabbed onto him and Mean Machine pushed him down. I can swear on everything. I was the first one to ever say that shit on fucking YouTube. I promise y'all that. And now everybody like other Bud fans, like they went back and looked at that shit. It was like, oh yeah, I was right. I really be watching boxing. I just don't look at it. I really watch that shit. And then pushed him down.
He dropped Bud, but what was the outcome? It was referee. Yeah, the referee didn't stop it. Bud stopped it. Bud stopped it. Bud stopped it. See, a lot of these dudes, the referees be stopping it. Bud stopped it, man. Did the referee stop it? Did the referee say, "Yo, come look at this dude"? No, Bud put him down.
He definitely did that one, but he never dropped Bud though. Go back and look at that shit, Showtime. I promise you. Go back and look at it.
No, I was there. I was there with his family, with his mom. Shout out to Deborah Crawford, man. She's the Jones, man. That's my family.
Yeah, we was in there. I love that lady.
We was in there. Yeah, Deborah get busy, man. Deborah be wanting to fight. She be wanting to fight at the fights and all that. That's my family.
That's my lady.
We was in there. And Bud is just different, man. Shout out to Terence, man. Terence is my cousin, man. Shout out to Terrence and his kids, man. Yeah, I'd be looking at Terrence's daughters, how they nice at track and field and all that, man.
You posted that stuff, right? And his sons were fucking wrestling and shit.
Yeah, they can fight. They all can fight. I've been around them for so long. Go in the room.
Initially, and everybody keeps saying like, oh yeah, well, that's the other thing they always Spencearettes I was gonna say like, oh yeah, Errol's the bigger dude. Got it good, but bigger don't mean stronger. That don't mean stronger. Just because you bigger, you're stronger.
Man, listen, man. I'm gonna keep.
Roller was bigger too. Roller was bigger too.
Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100, man. Yo, Bud is a strong motherfucker, man.
Really?
Yo, he got the biggest fist, bro. He got heavyweight fists.
Everybody.
He got heavyweight fists, man. That's why I be trying to tell. I be trying to tell dudes, man. I've been around my cousin for a long time, right? A long time. Yo, his hands are so big. I mean, like so big. And I always be telling him, I be like, damn, boy, you got some claws, bro. You got some crab claws. Their hands are big, bro.
Jason, if he don't figure out something between this, between now and the fight fucking Bud, it's gonna be a long fucking night.
I'm gonna tell you something. The same way, what's the name gave it up when he clubbed motherfucking Cal Brook in the head. When he clubs EJ in the head with that Omaha juk hook, he just going to sleep, bro.
I mean, if fucking gonna hurt your ass, it's gonna be a long night for little buddy.
He's going to sleep.
I look at it like they still talking about, Jokic Gamboa. They talk about the one time Jokic Gamboa hurt Terence Crawford, but yet they don't talk about the multiple times he dropped Gamboa though.
But then remember, Gamboa at one point was like pound for pound top 10. Gamboa was like, the boogeyman at one point. Fucking Ricky Garcia ran away from him. Goddamn Lomachenko.
He's going to sleep.
Yeah. Somebody's getting stopped in this fight. I don't see it going the distance like Sean Porter and Errol Spence. I don't see it, man. I don't see it.
Nah, at all.
I don't see it, man. I don't see this fight going the distance. I don't see it.
Every time you ask these stuff at Rolex, like, how Spence gonna win, they all admit that, Bud has way more tools in his toolbox. He's a way better boxer. But they're saying like, oh, well, if Bud can take his, body punches, he's a body snatcher. But last time I remember, Bud was the last one to knock somebody out with a body punch, and that was Ndongo, right?
Man, Errol Spence is the ball puncher.
In 3 rounds.
Low blows.
That's what he said. Yeah, he definitely, he loves nuts. He is. He's a Joy ass nigga. Yes, he is.
He throw low balls, man.
And I know world combat hate when I say that shit. I don't mean that in no sexual way. I literally mean like, yeah, he's definitely Joy. He does love people, and the public fights.
Who you talking about? Who you talking about, Destiny?
Your boy, Finding Nemo. He does love nuts. He's Joy nigga.
I mean, I'm just curious. Like you on the panel, how you saying your boy though?
I like that. I like that. I'm a Joy. He throws low blows, man. He's a ball puncher.
No, he's Joy. He like nuts. He don't like mouths. Sometimes he feel like
as much as I get on other niggas for saying that shit, I'm a Joy. Okay, cool, but leave it at that. It's too many women out there. It's too many women out there.
You wouldn't say that shit before me. I promise you that. Yeah, I started calling a nigga Alma Joy. I should that shit because that's your boy. He been with your boy. He's been your A1 since day one.
Shit, the hell he ass. Shit. No way, no how. But hey,
Alma Joy. Yo, Dustin, you got one with that one. Alma Joy.
Got it, baby. That's yours. That's your shit down. That's yours, baby.
Alma Joy.
Alma Joy ass nigga. He definitely is. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. I mean, sometimes, mouths, commercials, the mouths of Alma Joy commercials. Sometimes I feel like a nut, sometimes I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where I get that from. Yeah, yeah. All enjoy I figure, yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes people like that. Yeah.
he does throw them low blows, bro.
Yo,
Yeah.
not whole, but catches, but he watches everything though. He's very
I
close.
want to. I want. Spence to spit out his mouthpiece when Bud in there and see what happens.
Ah, man, he gonna get clipped, bro. He gonna wake up the next day. He gonna wake up the next day. He can't do that, man.
You have a fan in the chat that Hey, Destiny, you have a fan in the chat. Big Dog is showing you mad love. He said you back to Spence disrespect, shaking my head.
Hey, Big Dog, I'll fuck with you the long way, baby boy. But you already know how I feel about your boy Finding Nemo. This nigga's still looking for Dory. Once he find Dory, then come talk to me. He's never gonna find Dory though. I promise you that. Fuck that nigga. Fuck Little Mermaid. Fuck Little Mermaid. He needs a potion to be a permanent human. That's what it does. He needs a potion.
I gotta give a shout out to the chat, man. Hey, y'all hit the like button and everything. And I just want to let y'all know we are absolutely just about 72 hours left before the big announcement of July 4th. We're about 72 hours before the big announcement. I just want to be the first to be breaking news over here.
Breaking news.
Breaking news is
what was the fight between Porter and fucking Crawford? What was announced in August, right? Wasn't they announced in August? And they fought what November? Between Bud and Crawford. I mean not Bud and Crawford. Bud and Porter. When I announced August?
Yeah.
It was ample amount of time, we knew about the fight.
Like I said, 9 to 8 weeks. It was not like 4 months in advance. I don't know why.
Every promotion is different though. Every promotion is different. Top Rank, they put out their promo different, in my opinion, than PBC. It all depends. It all depends, man.
But look at PBC, with Mayweather fought fucking that was literally 8 weeks. He announced that shit, I believe, late February, early March. And the fight happened May 5th, right? If I'm not mistaken, May 4th, May 6th. It was between May 4th and May 6th when he fought Full Buddy. Yeah. It's really it's like an 8 week time. That's how most fights are usually announced. I know my baby boy Shakur's about to fight Roberson. Yo, that Roberson fight is gonna be very interesting for Shakur. Roberson is not he's so slow. He's very much a great boxer. He really is.
They said that about Oscar Valdez. Hey, hold on for a second. Shout out to Nardi. Shout out to Nardi in the building. Salute to you, brother. You know what I'm saying? He said when Spence busts Bud eye open and it swell up, don't start crying. Yeah, you took my comment that I made. Hey, appreciate you pulling up though. Shout out to the Queen Monica on deck, man. Salute World Combat. Salute to you, Queen.
Sounds good, Nardi. Sounds real good, Nardi.
Yeah.
But again, Bud ain't never had to lose the eye, during sparring. Bud ain't never lost the eye during sparring.
But Nardi, you need to take a look at the thumbnail. Ugas is not Bud. They might be, somewhat similar in complexion or something, but that ain't him. That ain't him. Y'all gonna have to realize that. Y'all want to talk about all the punches Spence threw and all that. Look at the times he was hurt doing that fight. That's an elite fighter talking about he made amateur mistakes. Derrick James, they say he kept Spence in the fight by telling him to stay focused. Why?
Stay focused.
Why?
Stay focused. And Lawrence Cole is not gonna tell Terence Crawford, stop. Yeah. He told the man when he had him on the pits, stop.
Wait. The difference was when they told Bud turn your energy up. They told him turn your level up or energy up against fucking Porter. They're like turn it up. And then they told him you losing. He was like,
you losing. They tell Buddy's losing against Spence. It's gonna get ugly out there, man.
Hey, I'm already putting it out there. I'm sending Terence Crawford, text all through the night. You losing, dog.
Yeah, you losing.
You behind in the fight.
He said what? Yo, shout out to his daughter. He turned into his daughter at that track meet when she lost her sneaker and put her sneaker back on and walked him down and won it. They said, yo, you losing. Yo, they said, yo, you lose it. He said, what? Then he went out there, stopped Shaw Porter, man. Clipped him. He clipped him. He said, yo, you losing. Yo, Bo Mac told him, shout out to Bo Mac and Saul and Red. He said, yo, you losing. But yo, Bud said, what's going on? I'm losing. Yo, Bo went out there, put that man out, man.
That's what Bo Mac said. Turn your intensity level up. He said, turn your intensity between the 8th and 9th round. He definitely went out in the 9th round and definitely dominated that round.
Oh, he said, yo, you losing. He said, yo, you losing. Yo, Bud said, what? What, I'm losing?
He said, how?
He
How?
Said, how?
I can't fathom that. How? What are you saying?
Yeah, shout out to Bud Crawford, man. That's my cousin, man. That's my guy, man. But I said, what? I'm losing. All right, I'm about to go out here and take this dude out now, man.
Bud's a fucking dog. Bud is a motherfucking dog. Like everybody keeps saying, like, you know, Boots is gonna beat him. Boots is that, but Boots is not. Yo, Boots is he is the goods. I'm not gonna, you know, style on Boots, whatever. He is the goods. But he ain't ready for Bud right now.
They're not. Yo, listen, none of these dudes is ready for Bud, man. EJ included, man. And EJ, you my guy. I love you, EJ. But you not ready, man. Because your trainer, Derek Lames James, Flash. Yo, Derek James, you a Flash from the 5 Heartbeats. You watch real niggas and you be on real niggas swags, man.
Yes.
You be on real niggas swag, Derek James. You not ready, bro.
Fuck him. Fuck him for real, Showtime. Fuck that ass nigga. Fuck him. I found out like yesterday on my baby's H Money show yesterday. I said the reason why Charlo looked so good against Canelo this time in this fight was because he did not have Derek James training him the whole time.
Nah. Juan Guzman. Shout out to my man Juan Guzman. Kalo K. Dominicano.
Yeah.
What a vibe. Shout out to Juan Guzman. That's my guy. Gleason's gym.
He mostly trained Charlo for this fight because Derek James too busy with fucking
Man, Derek is Hollywood, man. That nigga's a Hollywood square, man. I can't wait till I see Derek in person again. Because now I done came up, man. Yo, Jihad Tucker beat up all your fighters, Derek James, Frank Martin, all these guys. What's up, man? We want some work, man.
Mm.
We want some work, man.
We want to see Frank Martin fight for real.
Frank Martin said he beat up Virgil Ortiz and all that. Salute, man. Come beat up Jihad Tucker.
Yeah, come beat up Jihad. That should be easy work.
Yeah.
I want to see Frank Martin fight El Rayo. Yo, that little Mexican motherfucker actually do have work. He actually does. He's pretty damn good. El Rayo's pretty fucking good. He actually got foot movement and everything. He really do. He's not no fucking damn Rodriguez. Who the fuck that little buddy is? He's not none of that.
I like Bam. I like Bam, though.
I
like Bam, bro. I like Bam.
Chocolatito. I guarantee he's gonna be
more. Yo, Destiny's hard on them, man. Destiny's down there in Texas. She hard on them Texas fighters.
Yeah, he's gonna be another Chocolatito. I guarantee you that. He is not the good. He beat up an old ass fucking whatever little buddy name was.
Well, two of Chocolatito's losses by the same guy, Sor Rumfasai. So what do you mean he gonna be another Chocolatito? Sor Rumfasai is the only guy to knock him out. So it wasn't like he was getting knocked out by multiple people.
But I'm saying though, they was hyping up Chocolatito, like saying, "Oh yeah, he was gonna be like the next thing, the best thing since sliced bread." And what happened? He got his ass knocked out by a fucking unknown nigga. And that's the thing that was going to happen with Bam.
Rumfasai was absolutely known. Absolutely, Destiny. He was known.
World Combat is right on that. Destiny. I can't throw Bam under the bus. I'm gonna say this too, Destiny, and you know this too, Destiny. Yo, Bam took a fight on short notice and became a world champion.
Yo.
And defended his title.
That's how they do opponents. They throw opponents in there like that. They throw opponents in there like that. They throw opponents in there like that. They're like, yo, we got this fight for you. Meanwhile, you don't know you fighting, and you take the fight. He became a world champion off of that. So I gotta respect his handle.
show at those preteen weights. Who the fuck cares though? Literally, these
I
niggas.
hear you. I hear
If you're
you.
a hardcore fanatic, you gotta care if you really support the entire
No man
scope
gonna
of
watch.
boxing.
No man gonna watch preteens fight. I
Huh?
start
I hear
watching
you.
when I get like to 118 to 122. When they're like
So you
105
trying to
and
say
all the
you
other
ain't gonna watch the division up underneath bantamweight?
no
The
man,
Yo,
next one
yo, yo,
beneath
yo, yo,
beneath
yo, yo,
bantamweight.
yo, yo, Destiny, you fronting right now, and
no,
you my girl. You fronting right now. Listen,
no.
you don't
I'm
get in the
not that
world class. You
I'm
don't get in the
not that
world class champion elite level
I
on short notice and win a world
I,
championship.
them little ass fucking preteens, yo. Seriously. Preteens, yo, I'm only 5'4". And I weigh like 150 pounds, 155 pounds on like my heaviest day or whatever.
Yeah,
No, no, sir. Sir,
What
no,
do you
sir.
mean? What do you mean, no, sir?
No.
What do you mean?
I don't want to see fucking little ass kids fight. Those little ass kids fighting.
No, man. That dude is
I'm
22
not
years old. He ain't no little kid.
going to do is like,
nah,
Rumpelstiltskin was 37 years old, man.
yeah,
yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
he's out there fighting grown men
exactly.
at world class level.
He like he was 12 in that fucking ring. 115. Stop it. Stop it.
That's his
Yeah,
weight
man.
class, Destiny.
Stop it.
That's his
Destiny,
weight
stop it.
class, and he
Stop
defended his
it,
title.
Destiny,
He successfully defended his
Destiny,
title.
Destiny, you my girl. I love you. Stop it. That's his weight class. He's not a heavyweight.
Stop it. I'm not watching that.
Yeah. Listen, he's not a heavyweight. He's not a welterweight. He's not a super middleweight. That's his weight class.
I mean, he ain't got to be none of that though. I said 118 to once they like 118. That's the lowest I'll go. And honestly, it's not too many 118s I watch neither. It's like 122 and above. That's when I start fucking.
I guarantee
I
you,
feel you.
if you put Rashi Warren next to
That's
freaking
my boy,
Ronco
dog.
Sly
That
or
was my
Bam
boy.
Rodriguez, Juan Estrada, Chocolatito, it's not gonna be that much of a difference. Because them
Yeah.
guys walk around at the same weight class you saying you fuck with. They walk
Yeah.
around at 120, 126.
Rhythm in the ring. He did not just stand in the middle of the fucking ring and just throw punches and bunches like
Who?
fucking rock stocking robots. And that's what I
Who?
saw. I saw the fucking fight between the how you pronounce that little buddy name from Thailand and fucking Bam Rodriguez. It was nothing spectacular at all. It was no fire. I didn't see like no fucking boxing skill.
In the rematch, yeah, you know, in the first fight, he still went in there and boxed his ass off, and he got the victory. It was definitive. He went in there and defeated Carlos Cujas, man.
Sir, no,
I
sir.
don't know why you got
That was
this
boxing.
disdain for Bam
That was
Rodriguez, man. I
subtle.
ain't gonna defend that man aimlessly. You know what I'm saying?
I
This is
get that.
this
The
is
thing is
a
that
Bud
y'all-
Crawford freaking live. You know what I'm saying?
For me, that was not my thing though. For me, I truly like the sweet science. I truly like to see the sweet science. I
If
want
you
to
like the sweet signs, you support the divisions that's popping right now. From flyweight to super fly to bantam, on up to super bantam,
no, man.
to
No,
featherweight, super featherweight,
No, man.
light,
Absolutely, baby. Honestly, I cannot tell you who the
super
fuck
light.
105 to 112. I don't know. None of them fucking champions. To be honest, I didn't even know really who fucking Bam Rodriguez was. Only saw like Chocolatito fight like, 1 or 2 times, to be honest. And the only time I actually saw him, like I sat down and watched the fight because my mommy was watching it. So I came in there and watched that shit. I'm like, girl, bye. Bye, mom. This shit was mad whack.
Destiny, I don't believe you. You know too much boxing for that.
No, I really don't watch some little babies. I don't like that preteen shit though. Literally.
Nah, you know too much boxing for that.
So you
I
talking
know
about you
you
don't like
watch.
the
I don't
preteens.
watch
You don't
preteens.
like the preteens, right? Okay, check this out. You don't like the preteens, right?
Nah,
But
that's
yet
weird.
you have all these youngins like Shakur Stevenson is coming up. You got Devin Haney that's the undisputed. He's young in the game. He's young in the game. And you talking about babies, but he's young in the game too with straps. So how do you explain that?
That started at 126, 130.
I mean, how do you explain that though? Shakur Stevenson, he's young. That's Devin Haney, young. Teofimo Lopez, young. Jihad Tucker,
They're not
young.
fighting at 105. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to watch like 105 people fighting. That's
Keyshawn Davis, young.
it's not fighting at 105.
But you said little babies though. You said little babies.
Bruce Carrington, young. They
So
babies.
you think a 35, 40-year-old
He's not
only in lighter divisions? No, you got some 35, 40-year-olds in heavier divisions too. You got them in lighter divisions too. Like, what are you
I
saying?
don't watch. I'm trying to tell you, I don't watch below 118. And honestly, it's like limited with 118. I start watching at 122 and above, but 118 I fuck with because of rigging the a couple of the fighters at 118 is why I watch it. But literally, I have never historically for me has never been my thing. I usually only watch them like at 122, 126 and above. I don't like watching preteens fight. That shit is fucking weird.
So who's the lightweight? Who's the light heavyweight champions right now?
Devin Haney.
It's a light heavyweight. Light heavyweight.
Devin Haney.
Destiny, focus, okay.
Lightweight. You said lightweight, right?
Light heavyweight.
Oh, light heavyweight. My bad. It's Beterbiev and Bivol.
Yeah.
Okay. So
that's a beef.
So Beterbiev and Bivol. Right? So what if they was 22 years old at light heavyweight?
It's not that they're 22. I'm saying the weight. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not the age, it's the weight.
I'm telling you, those guys that walk around at that weight, they walk around like 126, 130, some of them.
Yeah, and Mike Tyson was a world heavyweight champion at 21 years old.
It's not the age. Y'all missing the point. It's not the age, it's the weight. I'm not watching niggas fight at 105, 106, 107, none of that shit.
Yes, you are.
No, man. No,
yes,
I promise you I don't.
I thought they was talking about you was a box in the head. You was a fanatic.
Yeah. Listen, you know you're boxing. You know you're boxing.
I'm not gonna press on fucking preteens. I'm not gonna watch those preteens. No, man. When I say preteens, I mean the body size. When I say preteens, I literally means the body size, not the age. Don't do it. That's like, I could probably bully a nigga around fucking, I could bully a little ass man like that around the fucking house. Like, shut your ass up, nigga. Shut your ass up.
No. You think you could beat them up? You think you could beat them up because you was in the military. You got a little weight on you. You think you can put something on them? But they can fight, man. They'll rough you up. They'll put them hands on you. Stop it.
They hook you to the body, Destiny. It's gonna be a bad day for you. They send that hook to the body.
I got a mean uppercut too, World Combat. I got a mean fucking uppercut. I do.
How you gonna throw an uppercut and fold it over like a wet envelope? How you gonna
I got a mean ass uppercut too. I can take a hit. I could definitely take a hit, but I got a mean ass uppercut too.
I don't doubt you can take a hit.
I can choke slam a nigga too. I can definitely choke slam a nigga.
I don't doubt any of that. I don't doubt any of that. But you have to understand, with the lighter weight class, them hands get faster. You know what I'm saying? You can't hit what you can't see.
And we have, they always say, women have reflexes like a cat. Yeah, you gotta understand that too. Yeah. I can see that shit coming too.
You gonna sink your nails into them? You gonna sink your nails into them and shit?
I ain't gonna
scratch them up. Scratch them up and shit.
I never did the smell thing. I don't know to do all that.
That is some typical army type shit right there, scratching the motherfucker in the face.
That's crazy.
I'm just saying that sounds like some goddamn army frontline combat shit, scratching with your nails.
Yeah. Destiny crazy. Destiny just want to beat up on a lightweight division. I feel you though, Destiny. You're a warrior.
I just think Destiny want to man like that. To be honest,
Destiny want to beat the on them little guys, man. I feel you, Destiny.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I need a man to tell me, don't raise your voice in my house. Like Malcolm X kind of brother.
I'm confused. If you don't want a man raising his voice, so therefore, it seems like you would want a small dude like that you can kind of rough up. You don't want an alpha male up in that motherfucker because you ain't gonna choke Sam shit. You ain't gonna choke Sam nothing.
Come back. I said I need a man to tell me, don't you raise your voice in my house, woman. I need that kind of Malcolm X brother.
Okay.
Don't you raise your voice? I'm not gonna raise my voice in your house, baby. But once I read my head, though, what it's gonna be. But
you say you're a choke slammer nigga, though. You say you're a choke slammer nigga. What? You must be talking about a small nigga, though. A small, light in the ass dude.
Yeah, a nigga that's 105
pounds. Yeah. Destiny wants the remember Olivia Color? She wants the men on film type of nigga. Hey, girl.
I mean, seriously, yo, a man that's 105 pounds. What am I gonna do with this man? Seriously, Oh, pat his ass on the fucking head. Okay, baby. I'm gonna pet your ass on the head. Come on. I'm gonna take you to the fucking Chuck E. Cheese and let you ride all the rides. Like
I'm telling
seriously.
you, they stick you to the body, Destiny. You're gonna sit on the sofa and say, "Okay, Poppy, I understand, Poppy.
Stop the
Come
lies.
over here.
Stop
I
the fucking
understand."
lies. Stop the whole fucking lie.
When your
Now,
breathing
yeah,
changes up.
the man's a hundred and fucking. I promise you. I promise you. I would definitely give that nigga the work. He might win at the end of the day. He might. Well, he might actually lose, yo. I'm actually real strong.
So what about
I'm really strong.
let's say Cool Boy Steph. Cool Boy Steph is 122. He's just above bantamweight.
Now he probably give me that work back.
Yeah, cool boy Steph will rough you up. Don't sleep on my boy. My boy will rough you up, man. My boy give you that Ike Turner. You heard? Yeah, he give you that Ike Turner. On the bay. Yo, eat the cake. Eat the cake. Eat the cake. Eat the cake. They give you that Ike Turner. Don't play. That's my guy. I'll post my picture with him. They give you that Ike Turner.
Hey, Nardi, click the link, man. You know, you're doing a lot of typing, and you know, you over 5 lines average. You know, all you gotta do is click the link, man. Save your fingernails and your joints. You know what I'm saying? Just click the link.
Yeah, click the link, man. Click the link, man.
Honestly, I think most women agree with me. I'm only 5'4" in real life, y'all. I only weigh like 150 pounds. But I really do feel like a man that's that short, you know, very small like that one, 105 pounds. Like I got a small cow now. I just do. Like I know I'm strong as fuck. Like I really do know I'm strong as fuck though. I can really lift like a whole lot like shrimp.
We'll do 10 push-ups, Destiny, right now.
Well, I'm not gonna get down here doing a fucking push-up for you.
Exactly.
Stop it.
You got a nice dress on too. Go ahead, do some push-ups. Do some 10 push-ups. Drop a dime on us right quick, Destiny. Drop a dime on us right quick.
I'm not gonna play with you, but I'm really fucking strong. I promise you, I'm fucking strong as fuck though.
Hey, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. It's just I don't know where your mindset is when it comes to men on what you want around you.
Seriously,
you know, it seems like you want to walk around and elbow little niggas in the head.
Yeah, a man's 105 pounds, yo. I have a hard time.
So what's your weight? What's your weight when it comes down to that?
What's my weight comes down to what?
To men in general, where you respect them mutually. You know, you ain't trying to elbow them in the head and tell them, "Hey, sit your little ass down."
He definitely got to be an inch taller than me, and you know, at least weigh, at least weigh like the same amount of weight.
Nah. Yo, Destiny wants a gorilla. She wants a gorilla. She wants the alpha gorilla that's gonna roll down on her. Like that picture that I posted. The alpha gorilla that's gonna come down and say, "Yo, what's going on?"
I do not have a height preference though. I really don't. I don't mind like if you're like 5'5", 5'6". I'm only 5'4". So I don't mind.
You want a beta, right? You want a beta. You don't want the alpha. You want a beta, right?
No, I just told you I like when a man don't you raise right. Yo, that shit was.
Nah, she wants. I told you, combat. She want the alpha gorilla. Let's go. I said, yeah. What you talking about? What you talking about? I'll manhandle you. I'll grab you up on some alpha gorilla shit and throw you around.
Hey Marlo, we're not talking about old stuff like that. You know, Ugas beat Crawford twice. That don't matter, man. We talking about where they at now, bro.
Yeah.
Like the link is in the chat. Y'all coming here talking about old news. That's old news, man.
Yeah, leave that shit alone, man. Leave that shit alone, man.
News. What have you done now, though?
Who got that fucking Crawford on fucking canvas?
Leave that shit alone, man. Stop. Yeah, you a Lawrence Cole dude, man. Stop.
You need
the referees the referees and the doctors is stopping the fight, bro. Ain't nobody getting dropped or beat up. Like, stop.
What's going on, Lauren? How you feel, Queen? Appreciate you pulling up. I don't know what's going on with the old news. You know, y'all sitting on old news, man. We done with that. Like,
fucking weirdos. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they always want to bring us to fucking amateur boxing, but we could always do that. We could always cover like amateur boxing. We could talk about how Spence actually got put his fucking ass in amateur boxing. We could talk about that. By Castano.
Yeah, Castano beat Spence in the amateurs. Why they don't talk about that? Why they don't talk about that?
That's what I'm just saying. And they should put his ass on the canvas twice.
Well,
Yeah, on the canvas twice. That's banned language. That's banned. That's unspoken. You know what I'm saying? Prohibited.
They don't talk about that.
Exactly. They don't want to bring them like, old guys beat them and, the amateurs.
What's going on, Randy?
In the fucking real fight, I can guarantee you that one. He definitely won't put his ass, he will definitely not beat him in the real fight. Especially
that's where the YouTube shit is. There's a gap in individuals who really tune in and do the research, because you're still talking about shit that happened in the amateurs. The Bud, when Bud has had a stellar boxing career, we're talking about a fight that he's about to have with Errol Spence. That's one of the biggest fights in boxing. So what does the amateurs got to do with a fighter that Errol Spence already beat? We're talking about Bud. We're talking about Bud and Errol Spence. That's what we're talking about. Both of them coming off stoppages. Both of them.
And we're talking about a guy that came up 3 different weight classes.
3 different weight classes. No, 4. Honestly, you're talking about like he was champion at 3, but he came up 4. He started at 130. And then he's right now at 147.
Yeah.
Ultimate goal is to go beat little buddy, Jermell Charlo. Like, at 154, that's gonna be his last fight at CFA. So I don't understand, like, what's the problem? Like, just in my amateur careers, like, we can do amateur careers all day. We can, amateur career for amateur career. That don't even make sense.
It makes no sense to do amateur careers, because Sean Porter fought at a heavier weight class, and he refused to go out. He refused to jump out of the amateur.
He was a middleweight in the amateurs.
Didn't he have wins over Oleksandr Usyk? Does Sean Porter have a win over Usyk?
He did. He beat Usyk in the fucking amateurs.
I'm like, come on, man. Why are we talking about the amateurs?
Nobody give a fuck about none of that. He put that nigga on the fucking canvas, though. That's what we do now.
Yeah.
That's what we do now.
Yeah. And Usyk is the unified heavyweight champion.
Right, at heavyweight right now.
Right.
It's also the undisputed champion at cruiserweight. Oh, that's like one of the weakest divisions.
Undisputed, yeah.
Yeah, like stop the fucking madness. Who fucking
and Sean Porter beat him in the amateurs.
Yeah, so what the fuck does that mean? What does that really mean at the end of the day? Nobody gives a fuck. For real. Because right now, Castano's fighting at 154 and Spencer's in a weight bully at 147 since 227 started. It was original. So let's what the crap. Like literally, stop the capping.
That used to be the topic of discussion, though, when Spence was so-called boogeyman and he was the weight bully. They put that to bed because they didn't want to make it seem like they wanted to highlight him not moving out of 147. Why it's taking so long? You won a championship. You could have moved on already.
Right.
Now the shit is tough. It's gonna be tough to move up to 54 now with all that heat up there, and think you just gonna. Well, it's possible because boxing has a lot of titles, so it's possible.
That door is fucking weird. Honestly, it's a weird ass dude, though. Honestly, if I been a boxer and I had to play fucking times, I'd have told my coach, kiss my fucking ass. I'm not fighting fucking a goddamn Andre the Giant. The fuck that. Nigga is 6'7", fighting at 154. That shit don't even make sense.
Why doesn't it make sense? What does height got to do with it?
Right, 6'7", that is so awkward. You tall,
what is his height? What does his height have to do with it? This ain't basketball.
It's looking weird.
Look, he's so lanky. The sport should work against him. The sport should work against him.
He does, because he actually fights like Paul Williams. He likes to get in close and shit like that, personal. And he got dropped by fucking Louisville. So
yeah, and that just goes to show you he took too long trying to bang it out, trying to prove a point. It took too long, and he paid the price. So now he's talking about. He even called out Spencer 47. Somebody said, "Yeah, go ahead, so we can see a skeleton with skin." Let's say so we can witness a skeleton with skin fight at 47. Damn.
I mean, he didn't call out Crawford though. He did call out fucking Spence. I don't know. People keep calling out Spence for a reason and not Crawford. And you saw what I mean, as much shit that fucking Boots talks, he did not call out fucking Crawford at that fucking fight between Charlo. He said Spence name. And he said Crawford.
Jermell Charlo knocks out Sebastian Fundora. He knocks him out.
I
Period.
do. I agree with that.
He
I agree
knocks
with
him out,
that.
man. Jermell Charlo, he's a different type of dude when he's zoned in. He stops Fundora.
I
Period.
do agree with you. 100% agree with you. But he needs
Yeah,
a different training.
I agree with that, World Combat.
But he needs to go back
stop
to
that dude.
Gomez. He needs to go back to Gomez and not fucking Derrick James. If he's gonna fight Blackfoot, it's gonna be a long night for him. It's gonna be a very long night.
How?
You know how Derrick James gives it up, man. Derrick James is a Hollywood trainer, like Lord of the Rings would say. He takes the credit for the work that the
Somebody
fight
was saying he
put
was like dipping in like twice a week. That's all you need to train a freaking undisputed champion. Twice a week.
in.
Well, we got to give a shout out to Guzman. Guzman too. We got to give a shout out to Guzman, man. Guzman, he doesn't get credit. That dude putting out training videos, all that.
He's a world champion. Meanwhile, Derrick James is discrediting and now like he don't know world champions and his world title fight he ran out of gas.
True.
He ran out of gas. Like, bro, but you disrespecting my cousin Roy and other world champion fighters that made it to a level you never made it to, and you acting like you don't know who they are.
You know how people have selective amnesia, man. God blessed us with that. You know, for people to play stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all that is. He blessed us with that. I just wish he would have blessed us to be invisible because we can pull up on somebody, they don't see it, and just be damn eavesdropping on their ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Goddamn eavesdropping on their ass. That's it.
But
Let's see what's really going on in the compound, the Derrick James compound.
Talking about that guy. Yeah, he said, that hit a nerve with me, man. When he said that guy. What do you mean that guy? That guy climbed the ranks and was one of the best ever.
Exactly. But the thing with Derrick James, though, he revealed something when he said that shit. He was like, "Oh yeah, that dude, like, you know, he got older, his athleticism left him."
Yeah.
So he's making all the fucking butter. But the difference, like, no disrespect to your cousin, Roy Jones. The difference between Bud and fucking your cousin is that Bud lives a fighter's lifestyle. Your cousin did not. He was partying. He would play like basketball before he had a fight. He would do anything and everything. You know what I'm saying? He was very athletic. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't like live the fighter's lifestyle. That's the difference between Bud and fucking your cousin. No disrespect to Roy. You know I love Roy to death. Actually, I like Roy's best his BBD.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
I mean, it's not.
Watch your mouth. Whenever you get a preamble, Destiny. Hey, I really got mad love for Roy, but.
No, I'm being sincere though. I should have Roy's like my ex-husband. I bought my ex-husband like Roy's boxing shoes and shit like that. The Jordan ones, y'all were on just like $225 back in like 2002, 2003. You know what I'm saying? I brought him those. I'm just saying though, but he did not live a fighter's lifestyle. Am I right?
Who?
Right.
Who then?
Roy did not live a fighter's lifestyle.
What do you mean? What's the fighter's lifestyle?
He would party, he would drink, you know what I'm saying? He would hang out, you know what I'm saying? Like he didn't work out all the time. He wouldn't go to
he did. I mean, look, check this out. Roy said nobody had to tell him to get up and do road work and get in the gym. His dad didn't have to tell him that.
Yes, but after a while though, comeback, he did not do that though. He would tell you that too.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, what are you talking about? Where did you see this at?
I actually have his DVDs when he was talking about that though. He said after a while, like he felt like he was so good, he was beating everybody so equally. He said like, you know, he would just he'd rather just go goof off and shit. He said he'd just play like some basketball or whatever. He said he did not like work.
That's public record. He played a game before he went in against Eric Lucas.
That's the time though, honey. That's not just the only time though. He really would just like he said he was beating people so easily. That's why he felt like he could just move up weight classes.
Well, do you blame Mike Tyson for the same thing when he was out there doing everything under the sun and still going in here knocking motherfuckers out?
I do blame him. You have to live a fighter's lifestyle. If you want to stay successful, like seriously, you do. You have to do that. In my opinion, I could be You know what I'm saying? Like
I mean, I don't
that
think it's a standard operating procedure for a fighter's lifestyle because a fighter these days are only fighting twice a year. So you want them to stay dry. Real talk. You want them to stay dry. No, look, you want them to stay dry the entire year. They fighting twice a year, and you want them to don't have a glass of wine and nothing like that. Just stay dry the whole year.
Mayweather never did. Mayweather said he never had alcohol in his life.
But Mayweather's not even 1% of boxing though.
I know, but it's sad though. But you know what? Let's talk about the Beterbiev, or whatever the fuck you pronounce his name. Beterbiev. That's how I pronounce his name. Let's talk about him. Like, you know, he does not drink. You know, he's a Muslim though. I mean, but he does not drink. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's against his religion, not more so who he is as a person. That's against his religion.
Train though all the time too, though. He's always in the fucking gym. But as Roy Jones said though, he said it was beating people was so easy for him. Like he really got lax. That's what he said in the DVD. That's not my words. That's his words.
He's still a legend though. If you're talking about back in the day on you know how some of them fighters got down and how they moved, it's a lot of fighters that partied and went and did certain things. You know, Roy Jones was a freak of nature. You know what I'm saying? On his hand speed and way he was able to maneuver around the ring and get down on his opponents. I mean, he's a freak of nature.
He literally made everybody look like amateurs. He really did. But again, like he said himself, it's not Destiny's words. It's what this man said himself. He said that it was so easy for him, like he really stopped training. He said he would just, you know, go out and have a good time or whatever. He said, like, you know, he would train for like maybe 1 or 2 weeks, and then he'll go in the ring and fight. Like it became so.
Did you see any drinking or smoking in between what he said though? Any videos of him drinking or smoking?
I didn't say anything about him drinking or smoking. Does he smoke?
No, I was just asking. You saying he was partying and stuff like that? And you know,
that.
Floyd Mayweather go to the strip club, but yet, you know, he leave and go running and doing everything.
All I know, he said he was partying, and he said, like, you know, he didn't take his training. He like it came so easy. Like he said, he was literally like, you know, blowing niggas out the fucking water. He would do whatever he wanted to do. That's why he would do, like, you know, go and play fucking basketball, 12 round game of basketball, whatever it was he did, and then he came back, you know, to be more focused. But the thing is, he said that when he moved up to you know, heavyweight, and then he tried to cut weight, he said he didn't cut like weight properly. He didn't like 2 months. All thing he said he cut was muscle. It was not good for him. And he said all that shit caught up with him at one point. Showtime, this girl doesn't do so. Because somebody's trying to argue with me. Showtime.
Oh, he might have been handling family business. You know,
but he did come back. Seriously, this is coming from Roy Jones. It's not coming from Destiny's mouth. And I was.
But this a Bud Crawford lie. Why are you talking about? Because I know your skid mark be up there hating on Roy Jones. That might be rubbing off on you. You know, over his skid mark channel. He be hating on Roy Jones a lot.
No, I don't. You know, I've never hated on Roy. I love Roy Jones, but this is Roy Jones himself, though. He knows what he messed up at. He says that. Like, he admitted. He actually admitted, like, the fact that he cut, like, you know, he didn't cut, you know, weight right. He said he cut it, like, the wrong way. That's why he, you know, that's why Charlo was able to beat him. So, I mean.
Okay. I mean, they fought 3 times, though.
You said what, honey?
They fought 3 times. Roy won one. Antonio won the second one. Antonio won the third.
He didn't win the second one. Wasn't Roy Jones won the second one? And that's for the third one. That's when he said, "You got any more excuses, Roy?" And that was the last one.
Roy Jones was stopped in the second one.
That was the second one?
Yeah.
I really thought that was the third one. For real, they fought like after one. You know why? I never watched that fight again. That's probably why. When Roy Jones got knocked, I was so hurt. That was like my other Mike Tyson. When Mike Tyson lost against James
Yo, Dustin, it's all right. You love the Joneses. You love it.
I do. I fucking love the fucking Joneses.
You love the Joneses.
Yes. When Roy Jones, I would never watch that fight again. I promise y'all. When he got knocked out against Glenn Johnson, I never watched that fight again either.
Yeah,
Glenn Johnson was a dog. Glenn Johnson was a dog, man. He fought Glenn Johnson in between his trilogy with Antonio Tarver, man.
Heavyweight.
Glenn Johnson was a dog.
Yes, I do remember now. Yes, he did fight him. That was after the second fight. Okay, yeah. Now you say that, yeah, he did. You're right. But he did get knocked out the third time, if I'm not mistaken, right?
He what?
Did he get knocked out the third time against Tarver?
No, he only got knocked out once, man. That's the second fight in the trilogy. The second fight. And they went the distance in the third fight.
Yeah.
The first one was a majority decision. The second was a knockout loss for Roy. And then a decision loss for Roy in the third against Tarver. In between the rematch and the trilogy, he fought Glenn Johnson, man.
And
he got stopped in the ninth.
Yeah.
I never watched that fight again. Honestly, that first knockout, the first time Roy actually really lost initially, like knockout, I've never seen that fight again. Honestly, I cannot tell you what happened in that fight. I refuse to watch it. I refuse to watch it again.
It's gonna happen.
My heart.
Business.
I actually cried. When Roy lost that fucking fight. I could not believe he fucking lost. I was like, this man fucking Joe. That shit hurt my entire heart. But Showtime, can you please I'm not making up stories about how Roy said how he was beating niggas so easy. Like he said, he just stopped like going to the gym. He would do like whatever he wanted.
No, I mean I heard him say that. You gotta talk. Look, you gotta think about it. We had so many conversations. I'm not saying that's a lie. I'm just saying I thought you was insinuating the smoking and drinking while he was fighting.
No. I'm just saying he stopped living a fighter's lifestyle. He did. He just stopped living a fighter's lifestyle. He said, I would go to the gym here and there. And to be honest, let's be honest, alcohol is not the best thing for your body.
Yeah, Destiny, I want to tell you this. Listen, Roy always lived a fighter's lifestyle. Roy up on a farm, cockfighting with the roosters and all that. You remember the blow he knocked out? He knocked down Tony with. He got that chicken. He got that from a chicken.
Yes,
he got that from a chicken.
But I say he stopped living the fighter's lifestyle. I didn't say he never lived one. I say he stopped.
I just need to see that manual, The Fighter's Lifestyle, written by Destiny Child.
Stop it. Stop it. You know exactly what I mean, fucking combat.
I'm just saying, I need to see the manual. I need to see the printed version. You know what I'm saying? The authorized copy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you really be at the gym all the time. Like, I'm saying, you never supposed to be at the gym all the time. You and I know that, being ex-military. And Showtime know that, being like an ex-fighter. Both of you are ex-fighters. You cannot be at the gym all the time. But y'all know what I mean. You cannot abuse your body. You cannot just, go to the gym here and there, like, once in a blue moon and, and then drink and do everything else in between. And then think you're gonna go in the ring and win a fucking fight. Let's be realistic. That shit does not happen.
Well, we know Terence Crawford lives a fighter's lifestyle, right? He don't drink and smoke, but Errol Spence, to be honest, he's still undefeated.
Yes, he is. He
didn't live the so-called fighter's lifestyle.
But at what point does that catch up to you, though? At what point does that catch
undefeated? He's still undefeated.
Yeah.
I mean, but at what point does that catch up to you?
It might have caught up to him, whenever it caught up to him. But I'm just saying.
Combat. At what point does that catch up to you? It's always caught up to
everybody's physical anatomy is different.
Hey, it's always. That's why little buddy. That's what Derrick James trying to allude to.
What? Focus.
He was trying to allude to with Roy Jones. Oh yeah, age. He's trying to age out fucking Bud. He was like, yeah. At some point, athleticism lead people.
What it is with Derrick James, I'm gonna keep it all.
Nigga.
I'm gonna keep it all the way trill.
Whole ass nigga.
But you know what it is with Derrick James? Roy used to beat the shit out of Derrick James coming up. He used to beat the shit out of Derrick James coming up.
Oh, I would love to see those shits. I would love to see those shits.
The amateurs and the Olympics. The Olympic trials and all that, Roy used to beat him up. Mm-hmm. And Derrick feels some type of way because now Derrick feels like he's some supreme trainer. Because he got a couple fighters that's undisputed and unified.
Who's undisputed besides Jermell Charlo?
But no, Jermell, but he got EJ that's unified.
It
So he
took EJ like 25 years to get on the. I mean, to be unified. So is he proud of that?
yeah,
That
yeah.
makes it like that fucking 147 since like I said, since like fucking Archie Bunker was the show. Like,
That's,
is he really proud of that? Brady Bunch was a fucking show. Is he really proud of that? Fuck out of here.
we can't take that from him. That's his claim to fame. He has champions that he trained allegedly.
I can
Allegedly.
guarantee you, Roy Jones will beat his ass today.
No, we gotta say allegedly. He trained.
Yeah, allegedly.
We gotta say allegedly that he trained, but he sees Roy Jones' accolades. Yeah, listen, Roy Jones was robbed of a Olympic gold medal in the Olympics.
And the little buddy, the little Korean dude tried to give him the fucking medal.
Yeah, yeah.
He tried to give him the medal.
Well,
So
he didn't really want to give him the medal. He wanted to present the gesture. He know damn well he wanted to keep that gold medal.
Yeah.
I mean, but at the end of the day, he still offered that nigga the medal because he knew what the fuck was up.
Let's see, Roy did all that.
Like, Lord, I don't like fucking James. That nigga's a fucking house nigga. I don't like
Roy did all of that, and then he rapped. He did a whole bunch of other things, man. And no disrespect to you, Derrick James. I love you, but Derrick James, you was Jack LaLanne when it comes to boxing.
Right. Fuck Gary James. No, much disrespect to you, Gary James. You was
Jack LaLanne. Rest in peace to Roger Mayweather. You was a fitness trainer. He was a fitness trainer.
So he was Blu-ray before Blu-ray.
You saw some shit tonight, man. Listen, no comment. I plead the fifth. Yeah, I plead the fifth.
They really have to hate your ass now.
Yeah, Mayweather. But you was an old Jack LaLanne ass nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? You was Jack LaLanne, man. Like Roger Mayweather would say, man, get this fucking fitness instructor out of here. He ain't no goddamn boxing coach. You was a instructor. You was a fitness instructor.
I do agree with Seawood. He's saying like at times, yeah, he's kind of wishy-washy at times. No, he's not. No, not kind of wishy-washy. Yeah, he is kind of wishy-washy at times. When it comes down to people talking about, his fighters, that's his job too, though, as a coach, right? I mean, you can't blame the man for like.
He been stealing fighters forever. He knows me. You had your arms around me, brother. You've been stealing people's fighters forever.
Oh, you had fighters?
You've been stealing people's fighters forever.
Showtime, you have fighters?
Yes.
Oh, okay, please do call. Spill the beans.
Yes.
If you may spill the beans.
They've been stealing people's fighters forever.
He tried to tell Sean Porter to come on over, and take him from his dad. That's a fact. That played out in public. That's why Kenny pulled up on him and said, I'm here to address all the disrespect, man.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah, I do remember somebody mentioning that. I'm not sure like whose channel that was on, but I do remember that somebody saying that. Why people were like all that gossip. Like I told y'all, like I really love the sport of boxing. I really used to analyze the sport of boxing, but as of doing YouTube, I had to be like a politician now. So I had to like get it, I had to go Google shit, find out like other shit that I would never looked up a day in my life about who's most popular. Who the fuck cares? I never gave a fuck about none of that. But now you got to do that shit because they'll use anything and everything to discredit a fighter versus their fucking skill for skill. So when you get down for skill, the only thing they're hoping on is Spence has like a puncher's chance of knocking out Bud or he wins on the scorecards. But they cannot say anything that Spence can do in the fucking ring that can outperform Bud. You actually ask these fucking Spenceaholics, like skill for skill, what can he do to beat Bud? They will literally tell you, well, maybe, if he get like a good, Bud Channing, is suspect and he actually get a good hit. Or he has, he's so busy in the ring he will win on the scorecards. Like literally, that's their fucking like literally. That's what they tell you.
Yeah, listen.
Such things like effective and ineffective aggression.
Yeah, who was the last fighter that Errol Spence has really legitimately knocked down?
Was it on Kempo? Didn't he knock down on Kempo, if I'm not mistaken? The 12th, you know, the nigga that brought all, you know, Jerry Jones brought his seats for, like we know on paper for sure.
Campo?
Yeah, where's he at now? Yeah, he was a
He's
man.
at 54.
Yeah,
he's at 54.
hurt anybody in the beginning though. Let's be realistic. They're going to bring the Jose Benavidez. At least Jose Benavidez is still fighting. He about to fight Danny Garcia. If this nigga was such a nobody, why the fuck he fighting Danny Garcia?
He didn't drop Mikey Garcia. He didn't drop
Danny Garcia.
He didn't drop none of the Garcias.
He didn't even drop fucking Ugas.
Yeah, listen, he dropped Sean Porter. That was his last real legit knockdown.
And that was just like you pressing the shutter button on the camera with the flash on.
Come on, man. But it's man down.
That was just a flash knockdown. Glove touched the canvas.
But it's man down. Don't get me started tonight, man. But it's man down. Don't get me started, brother. I know you. I know you.
He is stop it. Showtime. He is man down. Showtime.
But it's man down.
Showtime. He's man down.
Who you manning down? But listen, I'm not a hater of Bud Crawford. I just call it before I see. Bud Crawford's man down for real. Since he came in the welterweight division, who went the distance with him?
Showtime.
We trying to see if Spence can be lucky number 7 though.
Yeah,
the welterweight division, lucky number 7.
World comeback you make me.
Who has won the distance? You know, I just gotta call it for what I gotta call it, man. They act like my man Bud ain't doing what he's doing. Ain't nobody go 12 with Bud since he been in the welterweight division.
We been know that though. We been know, and they been know too.
So who's really man down?
We been know. We definitely been know, and they been know too. Bud is definitely man down. That's honestly, Bud is not necessarily man down. He's missing no scorecards since my baby Royal Combat there, a couple of moons ago. Yeah, he's truly like no scorecards versus fucking
Well, he's putting dudes down. He's putting dudes down, man.
And he actually puts asses in seats too. He's not payola neither.
We ain't gonna get no talk.
We just want to address that shit. Yes, we is.
We ain't gonna get on that.
He actually put.
It's about to be July 2nd. We're within the 72-hour range.
They're gonna get bad at us. We ain't gonna go into it.
Popping bottles and finding M80s around this motherfucker and light them up. It's getting close to the date.
Yeah, they gonna get mad at us for doing all that, man.
I mean, who's talking though? Like, do you see it? Like, what are they gonna do to you? Are they gonna beat you up? I must have missed it. Are they gonna beat you up?
That's to be on here instigating.
I instigate. I'm just saying though, like seriously. Hey, Bud's Mr. Put Your Ass in Seats though, and he's also, quote unquote, Mr. Steal Your Girl. Yeah.
Bud is still your girl.
Yeah, he's Mr. Steal Your Girl. He actually puts asses in seats, and he don't have Warren Buffett buying seats neither.
Oh, at all.
Not at all. You know what I'm saying? Other people do. We did know. We did.
Well, I know. I gotta say, what do I know?
I'm just saying Warren Buffett is a rich man also. I'm just wondering why he just didn't purchase the entire freaking arena when he
didn't have to, man. Yo, D-Ray, if you on this live, man, this explain the magnitude when Bud pulled up to the in Omaha and he fought and the arena was sold out. They
was like, oh yeah, he fights in Omaha. Yeah, you're right. He does fight in Omaha. But they was like, oh yeah, he only has like 14,000 in the arena.
All I'm saying is when Spence fights in Dallas, it's a big thing. While when Bud fights in his hometown, it's not a big thing.
Right. It only says 13,000 people though. Like I think it's like 12 or 13,000 people it fits. And they was like, oh yeah, he has like 12 or 13 or 14,000 people there. Okay, that's what it fits.
Yeah.
He's not like, it's not Omaha's like no big ass, like, yes, that's the biggest arena ever. Stop the madness. Stop the fucking madness. But he's not, Warren Buffett's not buying seats though. He's not putting assets in seats though. That's what we do though. We being though.
He's not buying.
They would call that support though. Jerry Jones was supporting, a boxer.
That's
And,
what they
and,
were
and within the article, he said he wanted to bring more attention to his training facility. So was he truly supporting Spence? I'm just saying, was it 100% for Spence that night or partially? I don't know.
It was probably more so like bringing, like you said.
It was packed up in there though. The black people was in attendance. I ain't gonna lie, it was packed up in that mug, man.
I wouldn't even know. Like, I wouldn't even like.
I almost got married that weekend up in that motherfucker. I was like, damn.
Did you almost get me?
I was like, damn. When we get together though, especially in Texas, they different.
No, it was sold out.
D-Ray said I was at the
it was sold out because Jerry Jones made it a point to make sure it was sold out.
Yeah, he gave out a lot of tickets.
No, he did not. Remember, he did not.
He had to get 9,000 to break even. So he wanted to, pretty much get 9,000 to break even on him purchasing the entire fight.
Yeah.
So he had to sell. He had to sell.
Mm-hmm.
He sold some of those tickets and he gave away a lot of them.
He gave out a lot.
Either way it goes, I witnessed Adrian Granados make Javier Fortuna quit that night.
Yeah, he took the easy way out. Went out on the stretcher like he was hurt.
They always want to bring up like on Danny Garcia, like, oh yeah, well, Errol Spence came off of a 14-month layoff and came back and beat Danny Garcia. But who the fuck did Danny Garcia beat at fucking 147?
Yeah.
40, but who the fuck did he beat at 147?
He don't got one.
Sean Porter didn't beat up Danny Garcia like that. Sean Porter didn't beat up Danny Garcia like that.
Sean Porter did beat up Danny Garcia at 147. Sean Porter beat him up. Like, who the fuck did Danny Garcia beat at 147?
Check this out. I say Sean Porter didn't beat up Danny Garcia like Errol Spence did to his face.
Oh, okay.
He didn't bruise him up like that and make him look the way he did. He didn't do that at all. So how in the hell he gonna go in here and take that beating against Errol Spence when Errol Spence didn't do Sean Porter dirty like that? Sean Porter didn't do Danny Garcia dirty like that, but Errol Spence do Danny Garcia dirty, and he's been in there with Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? He's been in there with some big names, that Danny Garcia, and they didn't do him dirty. So I'm thinking, was it a Long Island, New York thing where, he just went in there, moved around, took punishment, and kept it moving?
That's it. Got the payola. Payola.
These fighters be taking bruises. They know how to take bruises, man. They move around and sparring. They know how to take bruises.
I'm gonna say this, Combat. You hit the hammer on the nail. How do you drop Sean Porter, but you don't drop Danny Garcia in 12?
I don't know.
Honestly, Danny Garcia's never been hit the canvas though.
Well, you gotta look at it. What they're gonna tell you there, what they're gonna tell y'all is that he fought Sean Porter before the accident.
Yeah.
That's
what Danny Garcia.
What
Danny
now?
Garcia hit the canvas. I've never seen this man hit the canvas. When did he hit the canvas?
Danny Garcia has a pretty good track record with having a good chin.
That's like got a hell of a chin. That's what I'm saying. Like, that little buddy got a hell of a chin.
Matisse was digging, and giving DSG some problems, but nah, you know what I'm saying? He ended up stopping him.
Yeah, he did. That's what I'm saying. Like, Danny Garcia got a hell of a chin though. To put that little buddy on the fucking canvas, that's gonna take some work.
But when you have the hashtag man down, then you're supposed to goddamn get the job done like that. You have the hashtag man down, big fish, little fish, whatever you got popping,
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to get that work.
I always tell them, like, they call them the shark and all that shit though, but dolphins kill sharks, and that's facts. Yeah. Dolphins kill sharks, so that's fucking facts.
The killer whales is shark killers.
The orcas are the real, you know, the killer whales, the orcas.
Dolphins. Orcas not even whales, they're dolphins. Actually, they're actually dolphins. They're not whales.
Yeah, but they some big ass motherfucking dolphins though.
They are, but you honestly, when you look at them, they look just like dolphins.
Dolphins don't hunt like motherfucking orcas do.
But orcas never been known to eat people neither. They've been known to kill people, but they've never been known to eat people. But they definitely been known to kill fucking sharks and eat them motherfuckers.
Orcas will fuck a shark up, but the name doesn't sound cool. The name doesn't sound cool. Shark sounds cool. Killer shark sounds cool.
They break them down like Joe Harris say. I broke his ass up.
Yo, orcas would definitely dismantle a motherfucking great whites. And somebody, Ben Israel, tried to tell me about a megalodon. Those motherfuckers been extinct for thousands of years. So don't tell me about a megalodon. Those niggas is fucking extinct. So don't tell me about that one. And what do you think I'm gonna get? The megalodon? I was like, those just extinct. And
they have something close to a megalodon. They have the tiger, the whale shark, isn't it? They have the whale shark up in that motherfucker. That shit is huge.
Yeah, whale sharks like harmless, honestly.
Whale sharks feed on organisms and shit and
yeah, they eat like a lot of they don't kill humans. They're kind of like, you know, blue whales and all that shit. It's not the same thing.
How the fuck you talking about goddamn sea life?
Yeah, you talking about nurse sharks too. They do the same thing. They don't eat like humans and shit like that.
Nurse sharks are smaller than they just dare.
But they're pretty big though. They're pretty big though. They're not small.
I mean, any fish is pretty big to humans because we only grow so big. I mean, of course.
I'm talking about nurse sharks. Like, you know, they're pretty big like whale sharks though. Look how big they get though. They don't get like, they get over like 12, 15 feet. Big motherfuckers. Nurse sharks and whale sharks. You're right. They don't eat humans though. Like, that's not a thing for them. It's not a thing.
Well, we're looking for, you know, the best fish to put, be put in this hot grease though. What fish goes well with hot grease, Destiny? Since you know you're a culinary arts specialist.
I don't eat people. I don't eat people. That's why I'm not a lesbian. I don't fuck with people. That's why I'm not a lesbian.
You don't fuck with seafood.
I have a caviar. So, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Oh, shit, I thought it was nothing wet. Anything wet, I don't fuck with. Yeah. I like
anything wet you don't fuck with.
Yeah, nothing that nothing's wet. Yeah, I don't fuck with.
So basically you went your whole life and you never drunk a glass of water.
You know exactly what I mean, nigga. I'm talking about food.
I don't explain to me. You know how my imagination is. You said anything wet. So wet to me means water.
I drink water.
Water gets wet.
Drink water.
So when you take a shower, you put on a plastic bag and say you just wash around, the plastic bag and shit.
Yes, that's what I do. Exactly what I do.
I'm just saying, you know, like.
But that's why I'm not a lesbian. I don't eat shit out the fucking ocean. It's not my thing.
Okay.
Sure. I like, you know, things that walk on land. Like, you know, only certain things that walk on land too. Chicken. Not all parts of chicken either, just like, you know, legs, wings, you know, thighs. I don't like the breast. I like gizzard. I like, you know, pork ribs, bacon here and there. You know, I don't like turkey at all. I eat lamb, you know, lamb chops.
Like beta niggas too. Put them in there too.
Stop it. I don't subscribe to that alpha and beta shit. I don't.
Beta niggas. You like beta niggas
I do
too.
not subscribe to that shit. I do not subscribe to that.
Sit down on the sofa. What do you want to eat?
Honestly, I just told you I did not like that. I said a little ass man that's 105 pounds. I just cannot respect no man that's smaller than me. I just not gonna respect him, to be honest. Don't get your little ass the fuck up out of here. Like, seriously, I just cannot see.
I don't feel the same about smaller women. You know, I don't feel that way. You know what I'm saying?
I will hope not. Hope not.
Smaller women, they are what they are. It's all about what they have above their shoulders.
But for me, I mean, a man is very, you know, you got to like, don't you raise your voice a lot. Yes, I have to listen to that, daddy. You right, baby. Let me not raise my voice in your house.
I don't see you taking orders like that. Somebody tell you don't raise your voice. You just seem like the non-compliant in it. You know what I'm saying? You seem non-compliant.
You know what? I gave my ex-husband $19,000 to get out of fucking debt. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, people always, they mistrust me. They always do.
See how you talk with that smirk on your face, Destiny? You see how you talk with that smirk on your face?
So I did.
I need to see your hands, because you probably got your hand on your pistol right now. God damn it. You probably got your hand on your pistol.
No, I gave that man 19 grand to get out of debt. That was the first time I ever gave him money. Actually wrote him fucking letters to get him out of debt too. And had to write him letters to fucking IRS. When they put a lien on both of our accounts, I had to write letters for that shit too to get him out of debt for that shit too. Like, yo, my ex-husband is where he's at because of me. I'm not even starting. He would tell you that too. He would tell you that himself. Yeah. I literally gave this man 19 grand. How many women you know would give a man 19 grand?
What's going on, Billy?
How many women you would know give a nigga a fucking car?
Well, I don't see that as something that's big. I mean, if I had women to do, that's easy. That's easy work.
But I can guarantee you, a lot of women is not doing that. I can guarantee you that one.
I mean, we're in somewhat of a pre-depression again. So there's a lot of shit that's going on with the gas and inflation and everything else that's causing people to live a certain way now.
Since 2017, though, he and I have been divorced since 2017, but this was during the depression time. Well, I guess it's the recession time when I gave him 19 grand to get out of debt.
But what they got to do with telling a dude telling you, stop raising your voice. Stop raising your voice. You know what I'm saying? Else there's gonna be consequences. And before you know it, 911 is in the area.
No, that's not the same thing. What I'm saying though, like you'll be very surprised. So like everybody thinks like I'm so like this bully chick. I'm really not that person. I'm really not a real person in real life.
So you're saying you just do it online? I get it.
I'm not just doing online though, but you're not just gonna come in here and talk to me crazy either. Now it's levels to things. Now my husband, he has to learn. Yeah, it's levels to things. It's definitely levels to things now. If I'm out of pocket, I'm a little too extra, that's fine. But you not want to tell me what my place is. That's what you're not going to do. We gotta have like equal respect, right? It's all about equal respect, though. That's how you make everything work. You're not going to just dominate me. I'm not going to dominate you either. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever I'm good at, let me be good at. And let me, do that part. Whatever you're good at is what you're going to be good at. And I'm going to let you run that part. But if you lead, I'll follow. In certain aspects, you can lead in this way, I'm going to follow that shit.
Okay.
But if I'm different, I'm better at something, then follow me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and teach, I teach you something, and you can teach me something. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can be great together. But why do we always have to have levels? You know what I'm saying? Like, why does somebody have to be above somebody else in a relationship?
Being an alpha doesn't mean you're above anything. It's just the way you carry yourself and what you accept. Look, you can't treat an alpha male as if it's a foreign banishment. Like it never something that happened over here in the U.S. That's just the way some guys are when it comes to relationships and how they carry themselves amongst men. You can't be totally against it unless you have an underlying issue that you haven't recovered from. You know what I'm saying? Alpha is just the alpha. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way somebody acts.
That's not the real thing, though, right? Gender roles is not a real thing.
What now?
Is a thing. Gender roles is definitely made up. We were not born with you're not born knowing oh yeah, know how to cut grass and do all these other kind of things. Like that shit is made up. We made that shit up.
Yeah, a lot of shit we have in life is simulated. A lot that we have in life is simulated.
So what's the problem, man? Like what's the problem?
Living by a stoplight is simulated. Living by calendar days is simulated. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. But when it comes to the role, I mean, we can find the person. We can find out who created the gender roles and everything.
We know who created the gender roles. We didn't know who created gender roles. Because in Africa, that was never a thing until we integrated with the fucking Europeans. That's when we had gender roles and what makeup who makeup was invented for? High heels was invented for. Wigs was invented for in fucking Egypt. All men. Makeup was not invented for women. High heels was not invented for women either. Neither was fucking wigs. It was invented for fucking men. So I don't understand, like, what's the problem? Like, everybody, like, oh yeah, a woman, like, she's so. They don't say that shit to me, like, on some certain other shows, like, oh yeah, she's so masculine and all this other kind of goofy shit. We all have like testosterone in us. Every woman has testosterone, and every man has estrogen.
Anybody be hiding up under a rock if they didn't know that, but
they always say that though. They always say that because people have become accustomed to so-called gender roles. But that is not.
I mean, you ain't gonna stop that. It's at least it's changed. It's changed to the point where you have the women in the workforce, much more than what it used to be in the past. You know what I'm saying? Women are more so orientated in the workforce.
Has it really changed? Has it really changed? Has the lepers really changed their
it's
stuff?
changed. Hell yeah, it's changed. Look, in certain areas, especially down here in the A, it's changed to the point where you might have a dude sitting at home and waiting for his girl to get home from work.
That's like that's been like a thing for for some years though, but it's not like the average. But you know what? Wait, it's so weird that you say that though, right? You got dudes that actually live that kind of lifestyle, and then be the main ones that be on like internet, internet gangsters and shit, be talking about like, oh yeah, women, they want like to be like equal rights and all this other kind of shit, and they want a man to pay all the bills. Nigga ain't paid a bill in life, paid a bill in his life. But they're talking about that goofy shit. My ex-husband has never made more money than me. Never ever has he ever made more money than me.
But that
that does not mean he was making.
There's plenty of relationships out here that do that goes on.
I mean, but again, for the most part, he has never made more money than me. Most men that I know don't really make more money than me. They don't. But
you're once again, you're not even 0.2% in the American population.
Mm-hmm. Since he is the head, right? And this is about the woman since he is the head. Like, where do you get this from, cooking sir? Like, is that like your good religion?
What's going on, sir?
Science that can actually prove that wrong, though. According to science, that's why this thing called mitochondrial DNA. That means the mother, right? They don't have nothing about a father DNA. It's the
you're not gonna win. Look, Destiny, you're not gonna win over and change the masses about a gender role that's been in existence for so long, man.
If I could just change one, that's all that matters. I could just change
one is not going to do any damage. It's not going to put a dent in the perception on how we live in life.
All it takes is one.
All it takes is one, and then that one looks around and say, you know what? I thought about trying to change 5 more. Fuck that.
You know what? If I could change one, and that one could change one, and that one could change 2, it's a domino effect, honey. Yo, but why are you like, world combat? Like, why are you trying to be antagonistic right now? Why are you trying to like play death?
How am I being antagonistic? I'm the least antagonist person in a conversation like this than anyone. I'm just telling you, like, you have a problem with alphas, right? But you're saying, okay, that man can lead, you can lead. Look, you can lead, I can lead, and all that other stuff that goes along with relationships. But when you talk about gender roles, it's dependent on where you grow up at. It's different for everybody because you have some gender roles, like just say you in a place where it's country a little bit, and a lot of people do work. They perform duties outside. You have the females and the males working side by side, doing work, heavy lifting, all that shit, man, loading, all that. And then you get in the city, you might have the man going out to work and the women at home taking care of the kids, or you might have the women at work, the woman at work, and the man at home, or you might have a 2 household where they both go out and work. Okay, they might not have no kids.
Come back. So we're literally talking about the same thing. There's no such thing as like gender roles is made up. Again, that's the whole
It
thing.
is a such thing. It's been in existence and in place for quite some time. So
Made
you
up.
can say it's no such thing, but
No,
it's a lot of things
but
that's
it's
made up and
up.
created.
But it's definitely been created. It's definitely made up. Nobody is born like, yes, this is my right to do. I automatically know how to fucking cut grass. I automatically know how to work on a fucking car. Honestly, I know more about cars than most men, to be honest. I can definitely tell you about cars and carburetors and what cars do not have no more. That's why I say I would like to go back to old ass cars. I would like to have a fucking carburetor in my motherfucking car right now. I would like that shit. I would much rather have a carburetor than the electronic shit we dealing with right now. I'd much rather have that shit. But you know what I'm saying? Like everybody think like gender roles is like a thing because we made it a thing. But
I don't know how we got on gender roles.
We're not born with gender roles. That's all I'm saying, honey. We're not born with gender. Nobody, no man is born like knowing how to do these things. A woman's not born know how to do these things.
I think we
are
a lot of things we ain't born with. A lot of things we're not born with, but we're taught. We're taught, right? We're taught as men or as males. We're taught to open the door for a woman. If we didn't have no gender roles, we wouldn't be told chivalry. Oh, all of a sudden it's chivalry.
Chivalry is that. It's fucking that.
I'm just saying. They tell you, hey, open the door for a woman, but you know, people lose their mind when a woman open the door for a man and the man just walk in and say thank you.
And that's fucking bananas to me. And I don't have no problem with that. I don't have no problem paying for the first date. I've done that.
I haven't seen a woman that say, "Oh, you say thank you." First of all, ain't no woman ever opened the door for me, and I would just walk through there.
Yeah, hey, yo, every woman's not the same. I've never had a problem paying for a fucking date. Never.
La da da.
I have never had a problem paying for a date. I'm not talking about like no cheap dates. I'm talking about like $300
for dates. That's really open the doors though. Paying for dates and open the doors, pulling out the chair.
I definitely never either. Like, you know what? Who's ever there first is okay. I don't give a fuck none of that. That shit don't mean shit to me. Only thing I demand from a man though to pump my fucking gas. I fucking hate pumping gas. I swamp everything up. Love, I hate pumping gas. Honestly, I want to move to fucking Portland just so I have to pump my gas. I swear, I fucking hate pumping gas. I truly want to move to Portland, Oregon, so I do not have to pump the gas. I fucking hate that shit. Ooh, I hate that shit. And I don't like fucking washing clothes neither. I'd much rather pull weeds than fucking wash clothes. I fucking hate washing clothes. I don't like that shit and pumping gas. Those are two things I truly do not like. I don't even know why I don't like washing clothes, to be honest. I don't even know why I hate that shit. But something so something about like going in the fucking yard and pulling weeds. It is. It's just so peaceful. But pumping gas really irks me. You know, I'm running out of gas so fast before I pump fucking gas. With the strongest passion. I have to keep a gas tank in me. That's fucking sweet. Thank God. I mean, it's not like that's what I'm saying. Like it's FT, it's individual. Like whatever you got going on. It should be pretty much anything. I don't have no problem with opening a fucking door for a man or paying for a date. That shit is goofy as fuck. I don't even understand that whole conversation. Like, oh yeah, you gotta pay for everything. I don't even know where you get that from. Like, who decided that? Who decided that? That's what we gotta do. Honestly,
I don't care who how it all began. It's just the fact that I was born into it.
Yeah,
so I'm not. None of us have that power to sit up here and change what's been in simulation for quite some time.
Single, you and I met like by chance. Let's just say like pretending. Right?
Pretending what?
You and I, like you were single or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you some different dude or whatever. Right? Let's just pretend.
Excuse me?
Yeah, we just met. You know what I'm saying? Like
okay.
We're each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can ask me on the date. Actually, you can ask me on the date. And I would have no problem like you saying yes and paying for the fucking date. Or going Dutch. I don't give a fuck none of that. Money don't mean shit. I was on like several pairs of red bottoms, Christian Dior, Chanel, and all that goofy shit. None of the shit means shit because what are we gonna do when we die? Where's it going when we die? It don't go back, right?
But look, if you think of everything in that with that mentality, then it seems like it's going to extract the enjoyment out of everything you do in life. If everything that you purchase in life for your enjoyment, and you said, "Oh, why I got to do that?" You know, it's not. I can't die with it. So why am I going to get it?
I'm talking about materialistic things. That's what I'm saying. Like
materialistic things makes the world go round. It makes some people happy.
To me, like the most beautiful things, honestly, when you're like, you've been close to death or whatever, you have definitely experienced that. You know what? You really do appreciate the smaller things, like the beautiful color of fucking flower. Or just like, just going outside, just seeing like, natural elements. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like hearing the thunder roar or the clouds. You know what I'm saying? Like you truly appreciate that shit when you've actually been close to death. So materialistic things like, yeah, been there, done there, got that shit. But at the end of the day, who fucking cares about that shit? That does not make you who you are, combat. Does that make who you are? Like all the material things you have?
No, I never said that. I mean, I'm just even on this conversation because you brought up the topic. I never said material shit make me.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying though. Like I was just saying, like I got all that shit. Like who the fuck is? Like a lot of ladies they see like a lot of ladies, have a problem like paying for dates and all that shit. That doesn't mean shit to me. I don't give a fuck none of that. Like I don't mind like taking a man for a date. Like that's fucking weird to me. Like a woman can't pay for a date. I don't know where these fucking ideals came from. I don't. I've never understood that. Like I've never understood like what's the problem. Like for me taking a man on another date. You know what I'm saying? Like and still let him be like feeling like he's a dude or whatever. So I don't have no problem with that. I don't understand like what's the problem. It's okay, you know what I'm saying? Like if that makes that man feel great, by all means, sir. Take my debit card or my credit card, pay for everything so you can feel great or whatever. Whatever makes you feel good. To help you sleep good at night. I'm with the shits. But at the end of the day, like what does it have to do with anything? If we're both like, we're understanding each other, we're like on the same playing field. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if that's your thing, like you want to feel like you're the boss or whatever, by all means, you may have it. You may have it. Like it's not really a thing for me. It's just not. That's what I'm saying. It's not a thing. Is somebody snoring? Showtime. Is he snoring?
Hey, I'm about to bounce.
Yeah, me too.
I'm about to shut it down.
Yeah.
Hey, it was a pleasure having you on, Destiny. I don't know how the conversation
come back.
Went all the way off into the darkness.
If you come back, I love you to death. But we're gonna have to agree to disagree on some things. You my baby.
That's life in general, and I ain't sweating it. I'm not gonna lose any sleep off the conversation where we agree and disagree.
I'll beat you up. I'm just playing. Good night, y'all.
Well, y'all hold it down. Appreciate everyone for pulling up. We are a step closer to the big announcement that was supposed to go down on July 4th. As I always say, you know what I'm saying? We'll just sit back and wait. I don't want to hear no excuses. If you say it's supposed to be a big announcement on July 4th, then let's wait on it. You know what I'm saying? Let's wait on it. We're gonna see if this 30 million and everything that's been talked about. I haven't seen it broadcasted anywhere, outside of this YouTube realm. So we're gonna see what it is. I truly think it'll be great for Terence Crawford to negotiate any type of money that he feels he's worth. But man, y'all hold it down, turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports, man. I'm out. And good morning to everybody too.